Hello, good afternoon. My name's Richard. This is over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. This is going to be live watch along. Arsenal versus Norwich. Is it going to be our first win of the season? Is it going to be our first goals of the season? Stay tuned to find out. Hello, how are you doing? It's Saturday afternoon, 2:45, 3 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday. It's unusual, isn't it? We might get a few more of these this season, obviously, with no Europe. It is Arsenal against Norwich, of course, game 4 of the Premier League season. We have, of course, lost the previous 3 without scoring. Is today going to be different? Well, one way to find out, maybe we'll go through the team news. This is the Arsenal team. Big news, exciting team lineup. This is how we start this game today. So there you go. That is the team lineup. Now, some media outlets have got us as a 3 at the back with Tomiyasu, White, and Gabriel. I think it could be a back 4 with Tomiyasu right back, White and Gabriel and Tierney at left back. That would then leave Maitland-Niles and Lokonga in the centre midfield, with Odegaard in the number 10, and then Pepe and Saka either side of Aubameyang. If it is a 3 at the back, of course, it'll be Tomiyasu, White and Gabriel, then Maitland-Niles and Tierney as the 2 wing-backs with Odegaard and Lokonga in the centre. I'm not sure if that's how we're going to line up. And then, of course, Pepe, Aubameyang and Saka in the front 3. So we'll have to see exactly how it works out as we go along. On the bench then for Arsenal, of course, Ramsdale as well starting in goal, his Premier League debut, and of course Tomiyasu's debut as well. So a big day for a few of our players. On the bench then we have got Bernd Leno, of course, he's on the bench today. Also on the bench is Nuno Tavares as well. Callum Chambers is also on the bench. Mari as well is on the bench. We've got a few defenders actually, haven't we, on the bench as well. Thomas Partey wasn't quite fit enough to start this game. He's on the bench, but good to see him back in the squad anyway. Smith Rowe as well, another one. He's only fit enough for the bench following an illness. He's maybe not quite 100% fit. We've got Lacazette on the bench as well, of course. Hopefully he can come on later and have an impact if we need to. And Martinelli as well. So that's the Arsenal bench as well. So it's an exciting team, isn't it, for Arsenal actually today? It looks like it's going to be interesting to see how this works. We've got a couple of... we've got Mason there, says, hello, what's this live on? Well, I'm not sure yet. I will let you know when I get a stream. And Chris says there, hi Richard, how are you? I'm happy with the team today. 3-1 Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners, let's do this. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the team. Interesting to see how it works. Is it going to be the 3 at the back that maybe some people are saying, or is it a 4 at the back with Lokonga and Maitland-Niles in the middle of midfield? That could be interesting. Maitland-Niles wanted to play in midfield, didn't he? And he might well have the opportunity to do so, mightn't he, today? We'll see, although, of course, he could also be playing possibly at right wing-back as well. So lots to look forward to over the next couple of hours. Going to be, should be a good performance from Arsenal. Just so you're aware, the Norwich team line up like this. They've actually made a couple of changes as well. Tim Krul's in goal. They've got a back 4, Aarons, Hanley, Omabemidele, whoever he is, I'm not quite sure. Sorry about that if I've got his name wrong. I think he might be a new signing. And Williams, of course, also at the back. He's on loan from Liverpool, of course. In midfield, they've got Lees, Malou, Roop and McLean. So Roop comes in, young player for them in midfield. And then the front 3 is Dowell, another new guy coming to the team, Pookie, and Tolores as well. So that's the Norwich team. Cantwell's only on the bench. Good player, Cantwell, actually. And Rashida as well, who's been playing up front in the last couple of games. He's dropped down to the bench as well. They've got Kabak on the bench, Gibson. He's also been playing recently. Sorensen and Gilmore, of course, is on loan from Chelsea. He's only on the bench as well. So Norwich have made a few changes actually to this game. Of course, the 2 bottom sides in the Premier League, let's not forget, Arsenal and Norwich without a point between them. In fact, only one goal coming into this game, and that was a Pukki penalty for Norwich against Leicester in the last game week. So lots to look forward to. Chris says there, I hope we start fast and take our chances. Yes, let's hope that we do. And Mason there says Leno was good until Ramsdale came in. I mean, I think Leno's a good goalkeeper. It'd be interesting to see how Ramsdale does in the Premier League. Of course, he did play well, didn't he, against West Brom in the Carabao Cup? But you know that was West Brom. No disrespect to them, it was their youth team, essentially reserves and youth, wasn't it? So he wasn't really tested. He made a couple of decent saves. So let's see how he gets on. And also, so we're going to get our first chance to see the Japanese defender Tamiyasu as well today. Quite excited to see how he settles into the team, what he brings. Gabriel's back, his first appearance of the season. Ben White only his second appearance, of course, following his COVID. So a lot of changes. Maitland-Niles as well. When was the last time Maitland-Niles started a game in the Premier League? Would have been a long time ago, wouldn't it? So he's in the starting lineup as well. So we're not quite sure yet exactly what position he's going to be in, whether it is as a wing back or whether he's going to be in midfield alongside Sambi Lokonga, who's back in the team today. Following he was rested, of course, against Man City, wasn't he, in the last game? And of course, Pepe's back as well, alongside Aubameyang and Saka in that front three. Mason says in the chat there, we might have a chance today because I think Pukki is not on. No, Pukki is. He's playing. Pukki is playing for Norwich. He's forward today. Obviously, he's a goal scorer, isn't he? We know what he's going to be. He's going to pose a threat, isn't he, in behind? So we need to be switched on, and we need to be focused in this game if we're going to keep the clean sheet. So a new defensive line is going to be interesting to see how that works because they haven't played a game together, as far as I'm aware. Tomiyasu only came into the country on Thursday, I think it was, following an appearance for Japan against China. So he hasn't had a lot of time to integrate himself with the tactics or into the team, has he? So it's going to be interesting actually to see how that works out today as well. And I say Maitland-Niles as well getting a start. I'm pleased for him because you know he's been a loyal player to the club, hasn't he? Come through our academy. We always like to see our academy players making an impact, and obviously today he's got this opportunity to get a place in the team, and let's hope he makes the most of it. You know, he almost left, didn't he, in the transfer window? He was persuaded to stay, and maybe this is why, because he does give us an extra option. His versatility is quite important, isn't it? Because he can play in midfield, he can play at fullback, he can play wing back. So he's quite versatile, isn't he? I would like to see a bit more from him, really, because I don't think he's quite lived up to expectations yet overall, has he, in the Arsenal team. So we need more from him, and today's a good opportunity for him, isn't it, to get himself out there and show what he can do and put himself in the win with an opportunity of playing a lot more regularly, which I'm sure we would all like to see if he's going to be playing well. Obviously, Partey, we was quite hopefully he might be playing. He's been training. We were maybe thinking he might start this game, but it looks like Arteta is maybe trying to ease him in a little bit more gradually, starting him on the bench today. And Smith Rowe, of course, who was ill, had to pull out the England under-21s, didn't he? So there's an opportunity for I say Maitland-Niles there, and obviously Ødegaard as well. Looks like he'll be playing in the number 10 position if we are playing the 4-2-3-1, as we maybe expect we might be. I think Ødegaard will be in the number 10, of course. That's his more natural position. And Chris says there, the danger man, of course, is the Pukki. As long as we keep him quiet and great. Cantwell, Laguna is also dangerous, but he's on the bench, thankfully. Yeah, Cantwell is on the bench. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. He's been playing their previous games. Has he had an injury, or is it just a tactical change from Daniel Farke? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out for Norwich. Actually, it's a big game for both clubs, isn't it? I think both are going to be desperate to kickstart the season with goals and with points. And it's going to be whoever loses this game. It's not going to be looking good for them, is it? 4 defeats in a row wouldn't be at the start that anybody would want. So I'm confident that we'll win with this side that we've got. There's no real excuses now, is there? Okay, yes, Thomas Partey is not quite fit. Smith Rowe's not quite fit. You'd imagine that'd be in most people's first starting 11s. But other than that, it's a pretty much a strongest side that's available, isn't it? Which is good to see, and a reasonably strong bench as well, depending on the fitness of Partey and Smith Rowe. Lacazette, Martinelli, of course, on the bench as well. So yeah, it's a good Arsenal team, isn't it? Let's be honest, and hopefully we can put in a decent performance. Mason in the chat there has gone for a 3-1 win to Arsenal. If you're in the chat, please drop your score prediction in as well. I was thinking maybe 3-1 or 3-0 earlier in the week. Seeing our team line up, I'm slightly more optimistic that it may be even better than that now. But obviously, our problem has been scoring goals, hasn't it? So, but this is a defence that can be got at. I think Hanley at the back always looks like he's going to make a mistake in him. I don't know the new guy next to him. I don't know if he's a new signing or a young lad. I don't know anything about him. So we'll see how he is as well. But this defence certainly can be got at. And if we can really put some pressure on them, I'm sure we can get some goals. So I'm going to go. We've beaten Norwich 4-1 a few times in previous years. I'm going to go for a 4-1, slightly optimistic, but we'll see. I think the first goal could be important. If we score first, go 1-0 up, I can see us being quite comfortable. But if we were to go a goal down, it's going to be a test then, isn't it? A test of character as well. Chris says there, what's my score prediction? I say I'm going to go 4-1. I do feel as though we've got too much in this team for Norwich today, and I do think we'll win in the end. I don't think it's going to be a completely comfortable 4-1. I think for a while it may be 2-1. It could be a bit up in the air, and then I think we'll get a couple of late goals, maybe on the counter attack, as Norwich maybe tie and wrap it up in the final few minutes. So that's what I'm predicting. But to be honest with you, I'll just take a 1-0 today because it's so important that we win this game. Even a draw at home to Norwich following the previous 3 games would be looked upon as a really poor result. So I think it's important that we do get the victory today. We get the 3 points, and let's hope that it can act as a kickstart for our season, really, because so far we haven't really got going, have we, at all? So yes, there's been excuses with the players missing and all this kind of stuff, and yeah, we totally understand that. We have had players out and it's been tough, but we've got a lot of players back now. Gabriel's going to be big at the back, and White as well, coming in for only his second appearance for the club, and of course as well, I say Maitland-Niles as well in the middle of midfield, which I'm assuming he's going to be in the middle of midfield. He could, of course, be wing back. We'll see. Once the game starts, we'll get more of an idea of exactly how we're lining up in this game. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty good. I'm sure it's going to be a good game, and it's just a matter now of us making sure that we go out, put the performance in, put the work in, and I'm sure we will get the result that we need. Which I say it is a massive game. It's not often you can say that when Arsenal face Norwich, how big the game is, but this is so important. And yes, I want to see a good performance from Arsenal, and but the most important thing is the 3 points at the end of the day. When we're in the position that we're in after 3 games, we do need a win, don't we? And this is the main thing that we need today. Mason says there, we need to keep an eye on Wolves versus Watford, because Watford are 18th. Yeah, and Wolves haven't scored a goal either, have they? A bit like us, we're the only 2 teams in the league not to score. But Wolves have been playing well, actually. It's Wolves that are 18th, isn't it? Yeah, Watford have got a win, haven't they? Chris says 3-1, Aubameyang, Pepe and Odegaard. Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice. When you sort of look at our team, and you can see goals in the players that we've got, but we just haven't been creating the chances, have we, this season? And I say, unfortunately, it's been a bit of a theme throughout Arteta's reign, really, certainly over the last year or so. You know, we're not creating enough chances, and we're not scoring anywhere near enough goals. And unfortunately, we do seem to be always liable to concede a goal as well, don't we? Which is never very good, is it? So let's hope today we can, you know, I've heard people say our season starts today. It doesn't. Our season started a month ago when we lost to Brentford. But we need to kick-start our season, don't we, today? And the only way we're going to do that is if we can get the 3 points and get the victory. And hopefully that can get us on a run now. We've got some big games coming up, haven't we? Called Burnley next week. Never easy against Burnley away, is it? They make it difficult, physical team. That's going to be a test. And then, of course, it's the North London derby, isn't it? So we need a little bit of momentum going into that. And in case you missed it earlier, Tottenham did lose today. They lost their unbeaten run. The only unbeaten side in the Premier League at the record has gone. They have lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. They did have a player sent off, actually. Tanganga it was. And it was 2 goals for their new signing. Edouard came off the bench. So Patrick Vieira got one over Tottenham again, as he's done a few times in his career for Arsenal, didn't he? He got a lot of goals against Tottenham, didn't he, Vieira? So obviously they're one of his favourite opponents. and he's got his first victory as Crystal Palace manager today as well. So really pleased for him. Obviously pleased for Crystal Palace, but more pleased that Tottenham lost. So let's hope that some other results at that top end of the league go in our favour, and that they're off the top of the league the end of this weekend, because we didn't like to see them there, did we? It was quite unsettling, especially with us down there at the bottom. So we didn't like to see that. So let's hope both of those two things today change. Let's hope we're off the bottom, and let's hope that Tottenham are eventually off the top at the end of this weekend as well. Of course, at the moment they're still top because no one else has played, but I'm sure that will change by the end of the weekend. Let's certainly hope so. I think it's probably kickoff time. I'm struggling at the minute to get a stream that's working. I'm looking to see if I can find one, so bear with me. I'm sure I'll get something very soon. Everyone seems to be focused on the Man United game, of course, against Newcastle. Of course, Ronaldo is in their starting lineup apparently, as we've seen. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, there seems to be a little bit of an issue going on here in terms of trying to get a stream to work. But I'm sure we'll get there in a minute. So bear with me, and I will do the best I can do for you. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll get the match up on. I'll be able to follow the game on the BBC website as well. We've been playing a minute and nothing's happened as yet. Yeah, so some of the other games today, of course, there's some big games, isn't there? Leicester, Man City here playing now. Brentford against Brighton, interesting game. And of course, talking about Southampton at home to West Ham as well. And as we said, Watford play Wolves. Wolves the only other team without a goal so far this season. Of course, later on this evening, it's Chelsea against Aston Villa as well, which could potentially be a good game as well, couldn't it? So we'll see how that goes there. So everybody's kicked off now in the Premier League, and I am trying to find some way of watching this Arsenal game. I'm not having a lot of luck at the moment. If anybody out there in the chat has got a link to a stream that's working, please drop it in the comments actually, and then I will see if I can get that up. But hopefully I'll be able to get one of the usual ones working. But at the minute, for some reason, I'm not quite sure why it's not working. But anyway, I will do the best I can do and see if we can get something to work, which would be nice. You know, for a watch along, we need to be able to watch the game, don't we? But it is still 0-0 anyway, just in case you're wondering. And nothing much has been going on at the moment. It's still 0-0, and Arsenal have had pretty much all the possession in the first couple of minutes, as you would expect. But so far, there hasn't been anything to report in terms of goalmouth action or indeed goals or anything like that. So I'm sure that we will get a feed very, very soon. So if anyone in the chat knows of a feed that's working, that would be much appreciated, because at the minute I am struggling a little bit actually. Just let me try one thing first, and we'll see what we can do. Let's have a look. I don't know whether it's because everybody's trying to get the Man United game up. I don't really know if that's what's happened, and it's been difficult to get anything else at the minute. But we'll see what we can do. Anyway, it's still 0-0 at the Emirates. Arsenal against Norwich, the two bottom sides at the start of play today in the Premier League. Nothing much has been going on at the moment. It's just a lot of Arsenal possession and nothing else, which is quite typical, isn't it, of Arsenal under Arteta? Actually, tends to be how it goes anyway, certainly in the early stages of the game. So let's have a look and see. Yeah, if anybody knows of a stream, please let me know. Hold on a minute. We may have something. Just give me 2 seconds. We may have some life here, but we'll see what happens. I'm still hopeful of getting something very soon, because yeah, it's quite annoying at the moment that I can't watch the game. Anyway, we'll see. I'm hoping that we may get somewhere very, very soon, because I've managed to get through to the website, which wouldn't let me get on it before. It could be due to the fact I say that the whole world wants to watch the Man United game today, don't they? With Ronaldo, I'm not quite sure why putting it at a 3:00 kickoff on a Saturday was the right thing to do. Surely that should have been one of the TV games. Mason says there, I've been scouting no streams. I can't find a match on. No, at the moment I'm struggling as well, but I'm hoping we may get somewhere in a very, very shortly. I've had these issues a couple of times before. I guess the 3:00 games are always the problem, aren't they? Because there's a few games on at 3:00 and they're being streamed all over the place. But let's hope we can get something very soon, and at least we can keep up to date with the game. Anyway, there's been about 5 minutes played at the Emirates. It is still 0-0, and so far we have had one shot. Actually, we've had one shot at goal off target. I will try to find out exactly who had that shot for you. It was Aubameyang actually. Aubameyang with a shot. It was blocked. It was Kieran Tierney's cross that led to that early attack, and it's a corner to Arsenal, which Brandon Williams conceded, but Gabriel's headed just wide of the post. It was a Nicolas Pepe corner, and Gabriel's headed that wide. So Arsenal on top in these early stages of this game, and let's hope that we can continue that and get the goals that we need. I mean, just getting one goal would be nice, wouldn't it? Our first goal of the season so far. Of course, three games and about 6 minutes of this next game so far without a goal for Arsenal. But we did come closer. That header from Gabriel, it just went wide of the post. But at least it is an effort on goal. Give us something to really build on in this game. I mean, you'd imagine that Arsenal are going to dominate the possession in this game. You would imagine that we will. And it's just a matter of making sure that when the chances come along, we put them away, because that's been a big problem, hasn't it, so far this season. We've had another effort there. This is from the new guy, Tomiyasu. It's a left-footed shot from outside the box. It's blocked. And that was following a pass to him from Ben White. So Arsenal are really on top in these opening 6-7 minutes of this game. A couple of half chances, you would probably call them at the moment. But we are dominating proceedings. There's no other goals anywhere else in the Premier League at the moment today. It's 0-0 everywhere else. And we've had a couple of opportunities in these opening 6 minutes of this game to try and get ourselves in front, get that, important first goal of the season, which we've been so desperate for us to see, haven't we? It's been a long time since we've scored a Premier League goal, all the way back in May, of course, the game against Brighton at the end of last season, where it was Pepe, wasn't it, who scored that goal, the 2-0 victory on that particular day, which was a good victory, a good way to end the season. Of course, we did win our last 5 games in the Premier League at the end of last season. Unfortunately, we haven't managed to restart that form again yet this season, but hopefully today can kick things off for us. We can get a victory and move on to the next. It's a busy part of the season, isn't it? We've got the next round of the Carabao Cup as well, of course, at home to Wimbledon coming up. Let's hope we can get through there. A couple of good cup runs are important, aren't they? With no European football this season, I think it's vital that we do well in the cups. Mason says there, have you found it? Not yet. I haven't found a link yet. No. If you've got one, please send it my way. That would be much appreciated. I'm still trying to find one. I don't know what's going on. All my usual sources, as it were, are not playing ball today, which is quite annoying. But anyway, we will worry about that in a minute. So Bukayo Saka has just been fouled by Lucas Rupp for Norwich. So Arsenal are going to have a free kick in the Norwich half of the pitch. Let's hopefully we can get an opportunity from this and try and get ourselves a goal and get ourselves in front. I think that's vital in this game. The first goal could be important, actually. Confidence is a big thing in football, isn't it? And obviously, as a Norwich, it's stuck there at the bottom of the league. Confidence is low, isn't it? So I think it's important that we do get the first goal. And if we do that, I'm sure we'll go on and win this game. I wouldn't say comfortably, but I'm sure we will win reasonably comfortably, shall we say. Let's try and be optimistic about it. So it's 8 minutes played at the Emirates. There's no goals anywhere in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Actually, a lot of 3 o'clock kickoffs today, which is a bit more old school, isn't it? Which I quite like. Just unfortunately, it makes it a little bit more difficult to get a stream, or it certainly is appearing so at the moment. Anyway, but we'll see. I'm going to keep persevering, and either way, I'll keep you updated with what's going on anyway at the game. And hopefully we can get somewhere and be able to watch it as well, which would be nice. But I say at the moment it is 0-0, and I don't think that free kick came to much. It was a Kieran Tierney shot actually from the edge of the penalty area. It was blocked by a Norwich defender, and it was Ben White who assisted that opportunity. So. We're coming up to 10 minutes played at the Emirates. It is still Arsenal 0, Norwich 0. Still waiting for that first goal of the season, aren't we? Who would have thought that 4 games in we would still be waiting for that goal? But we are, and let's hope it arrives pretty soon, because we've had. And just as we say that, I've actually got a stream has just come up, so we are in business finally. 10 minutes into the game, we haven't missed an awful lot. There was just a shot there from Aubameyang, which came in, and I think it just went wide. It was a long ball played up by Kieran Tierney down this left channel. Goalkeeper was miles off his line there, and Aubameyang tried a first-time shot from the edge of the area. It just went wide into the side netting. So it's 0-0, and Arsenal are attacking the goal to our right in the first half, which is the clock end, where the Norwich fans are in that corner in their yellow shirts. Bright sunlight at the Emirates today as well for this Premier League game. It's a goal kick there from Tim Krul, which was headed. The header there was won by, I think it was Lokonga actually, a good header there on McLean. Of course, McLean, good player for Norwich in midfield, isn't he? It's a throw now to Norwich on this near side, which Williams is going to take. Of course, Brandon Williams on loan from Liverpool. Of course, the left back for Norwich today. Lokonga won the ball there, but I think it's gone out for another throw, a little about 5 yards further up the pitch, which, again, Williams is going to take on this near side, Norwich's left. It's a long throw forward. It's just flicked on, and Gabriel tidies up, plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. Of course, he's very comfortable with the ball at his feet, isn't he, Ramsdale? I think that's going to be a massive advantage to us in this game. Now we're coming forward now in midfield. It looks like Maitland-Niles is in the centre of midfield, which is good to see. And Tamiyasu is as a right back. So it is a flat back four that we're playing with Lokonga and Maitland-Niles as the two in midfield. An unusual midfield partnership maybe. It is Lokonga on the ball now. Plays it forward to Martin Ødegaard in the number 10 position. Plays it to this near side. Nicolas Pepe cuts inside as he likes to do. Goes back around the outside again. Pepe drills the ball across the box. It's well defended by Norwich there. He's going to be a corner to Arsenal. We've played 12 minutes. It was Williams there, defended really well actually against Pepe. That was quite a good attack from Arsenal in the middle of the pitch. Ødegaard did well, and then Pepe's cross there was blocked, and it's going to be a corner to Arsenal on this near side. It was Brandon Williams there who blocked that cross, and it is a corner which Pepe is going to take from this near side, swinging it in with his left foot towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Tim Krul comes out and punches clear. Doesn't get much clearance on it, and Maitland-Niles now on this far side just overruns the ball. It's gone out for a goal kick. It's good to see, I say, Maitland-Niles back in the team today. There's a good little burst forward there from the left-hand side, the Arsenal's left. He got round the defender, then tried to come back inside, but he overrun the ball, and it's gone out for a goal kick, which Tim Krul is now going to take. And Steve in the chat there says Gunners 4-1. Yeah, I've predicted 4-1. Let's hope we're right. And Mason says, I'm happy that Tottenham lost. Yeah, I think we all are. It was quite enjoyable. I watched a bit of that game at the end. And the red card clearly changed that game, didn't it? But tough luck really on Tottenham, isn't it? Arsenal now coming forward. It's Martin Ødegaard on this near side for Arsenal. Cuts inside onto that left foot. Plays the ball over to the far side to Kieran Tierney, who's got forward from left back. Comes back inside to make the nose, clips the ball in, the header comes in. Didn't get a good connection out there. I think it might have been Lokonga. It comes out to Pepe, plays it back into Ødegaard. Arsenal putting the pressure on. There's Lokonga again. Tries a shot from the edge of the box. It's straight at the goalkeeper. Actually, it's about 20 yards there, Lokonga, with that effort. But it was straight at Tim Krul. It's all Arsenal in these early stages here at the Emirates. Lokonga's shot there was straight at the goalkeeper. It was good play actually from Arsenal. Good possession there. It was Aubameyang with the original header. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Tomiyasu there shows good strength and manages to win Arsenal a throw-in on this near side. He seems like a proper defender, doesn't he, Tomiyasu? He's only been with the team for a couple of days. A little bit of a surprise maybe to see him in the starting lineup, but he certainly looks a strong defender, doesn't he? Physically strong. And let's hope that he can settle in quickly. And he's going to be a big asset if he can. We've just lost the ball there, Saka. And it's a dangerous attack now for Norwich down this far side. They're keeping possession now, coming towards a penalty, chips in towards the box. Header comes in, just wide of the post. There was an opportunity. It was McLean got on the end of that. It was a lovely attack actually from Norwich down the far side. Saka originally lost the ball. The cross came in. A dangerous ball. It was a good run actually from McLean. Got on the end of it. Just couldn't direct his header on target, thankfully. And it's just gone behind. It was Max Aarons with a cross. It's ended up going about 5 yards wide in the end. It looked a little bit closer than what it was. But that's the first real threat that Norwich have posed to us actually so far. Mason says Bournemouth and QPR scored, but that means nothing to us. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. We just want to see us score, don't we? We want to see us get this goal. It's a throw to Norwich at the moment over on the far side. Max Aarons is going to take it. Of course, a lot of Arsenal fans quite fancied Max Aarons, didn't they, playing for us? But we've got a new right back now, Tomiyasu, and he's looked okay so far in his early stages. He's not been tested that much defensively yet, but he certainly looks strong when he's been put under any sort of pressure, and he's done okay with the ball as well. It's currently with Tim Krul just about 5 yards outside the penalty area for Norwich. Goes long, deep into the Arsenal half. The header's flicked on. Now there's an opportunity for Pukki to have a run. Pukki's done well actually. Gets in between the two defenders, but Ben White came across. I think it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, but you can see Pukki's danger there. He's very quick, very sharp. The ball just ran away from him a little bit there, though, as Ben White came across. And it is going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. 16 minutes play. We're trying to play it short from the back. Ben White there plays it out to the far side to Gabriel. That's a good ball into midfield. Ødegaard lets it run to Pepe on this near side. Ødegaard's going outside him. Is Pepe going to find him? No, Pepe comes back inside to Lokonga. Lokonga plays it to Ødegaard now out on this right-hand side. Plays it forward to Pepe just inside the penalty area. Can Pepe get a crossing? He's twisted and turned. He's still got Ødegaard in support. Instead, he comes back to Tomiyasu, plays it back to Ødegaard. Ødegaard turns and looks for the pass. He just plays it short in the end to Lokonga. Now it's back with Nicolas Pepe on this near side. Plays the ball in towards the 6-yard box. A dangerous cross. It was a headed clearance there from Max Aarons on the edge of his 6-yard box. Came across and did well there defensively. And it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. That was a good ball actually from Pepe from the edge of the penalty on that right-hand side. Whipped him with his left foot towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Max Aarons had to come across there and concede the corner. And it is a corner to Arsenal on this near side again, which Pepe again is going to take. Again, it comes in towards the 6-yard box, but Norwich managed to get ahead on it and clear it away, only as far as Kieran Tierney drills a shot from about 25 yards. It's deflected by Norwich, and now they should be able to complete the clearance over on that far side. And they won a throw. That was a shot there from Tierney. In fact, it was probably about 30 yards out. Optimistic effort it was. It got a deflection, and Norwich, in the end, managed to clear the ball away, and they won a throw. In their defensive third, again, Max Aarons is going to take it over on that far side. He's been involved a lot in this early stages. Max Aarons for Norwich, actually. He takes this throw up the line. Norwich again win the loose ball, but Arsenal have managed to win it back with Gabriel. Plays it into Maitland-Niles, finds Lokonga, trying to make way for a forward pass. He couldn't quite get one. Instead, he had to go back to Gabriel. Now Maitland-Niles playing in his preferred position in centre midfield today. Looking for big things from him in this game. He's had a few good touches so far. Gabriel now on halfway plays it in to Bukayo Saka. Was he fouled? Yes, he was. Through the back of him there by Roop. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. He was very tight on Saka there, was Root. And he just came through the back of him as Saka tried to turn. Definitely was a foul. Maybe could have been a yellow card, actually. But anyway, it wasn't given as one. Tomiyasu now on this near side, plays the ball into Ødegaard, finds Lokonga. It goes back to Gabriel. Arsenal keeping a lot of possession without really in a dangerous area. That's a good long ball over the top. A lovely take from Aubameyang. Has he scored? He's got it past the keeper. No, it's cleared away by the Norwich defence. So close to our first goal of the season now. Was it Ødegaard with the ball through? But now Norwich have got a counter-attack on. Dangerous moment here for Pukki's inside the penalty area, but the pass was overhit. And it's gone through to Ramsdale. I don't know if VAR are looking to get involved at the other end of the pitch. Not quite sure what's gone on there. But Aubameyang had a great chance there. It was a ball. It was Ødegaard's ball. He was onside. Aubameyang very tight, but he was onside. Lovely first touch. Krul actually made a good save, and then Norwich managed to scramble the ball clear. But that was the best opportunity that we've had probably this season so far, actually, to get our first goal. Brilliant touch from Aubameyang, and it was a good save from Tim Krul, actually. And then the defender was able to come across there and clear it away. It was Williams. No, it was McLean actually who cleared it away. But it's going to actually be a free kick now to Norwich. I don't know if it was given as offside or whether it was a foul by Aubameyang on the follow-up. But that was certainly our best chance of the game. Lovely ball from Ødegaard from about halfway. Found Aubameyang on the edge of the penalty area. He was onside. Actually, no, I think it's been given as offside, actually. Anyway, he didn't score. It was a good save from Tim Krul. It was given as offside, actually. It is a free kick to Norwich. About 5 yards outside the penalty area, which Tim Krul is now going to take. He goes long, but it's Tomiyasu there with a header, good defensive header, but it's gone out for a throw to Norwich on this near side. Let's see what Norwich can do with this. But that was, it looks like it would have been disallowed anyway, actually, for offside. It looked very tight when you saw the replay. I thought they were giving the advantage to the attacking team, but obviously they didn't on that occasion. I say he didn't score a Aubameyang anyway. It was a decent save from Tim Krul. And let's hope that that's a sign of things to come. If we can get Aubameyang in behind the Norwich defence, I'm sure we will get some good opportunities to score. But it's a throw to Norwich now, an attacking third of the pitch on this near side. Good play actually in midfield, really good play from Dow. Couldn't quite get a cross in though, and Arsenal do manage to win the ball back. But good pirouette there from Dow, the Norwich number 10. But we did manage to get the ball away. We've now got a throw on this near side, which Ødegaard leaves for Tomiyasu. 21 and a half minutes played. It is still Arsenal 0, Norwich 0. Arsenal dominating possession, as you would have expected. One or two opportunities, the best one there for Aubameyang, although it does look like it wouldn't have counted anyway, as the flag was up for offside. But that was a bit more promising from Arsenal. We've had a couple of good moments, but we haven't really put the Norwich defence under, asked them too many questions as yet. But it's still early days. Now, Saka over on that far side. He's got Tierney outside, and can Tierney get across? And he does, in towards the near post, towards Aubameyang, but a good defensive header there from Hanley. Grant Hanley there got just in front of Aubameyang as Arsenal looked to get an early cross in there from Tierney over on that far side. Saka found him. But it was good defensive play. The cross comes in again this time. Or is it a shot? But it's far too close to goalkeeper Tim Krul. I think it may have actually been a shot there from a very difficult angle from, I think it might have been Lokonga actually. But anyway, it was too close to Tim Krul. And Tim Krul's now got the ball back from Hanley, plays it into midfield, but it's a loose ball. And Pepe can pick it up for Arsenal, plays it inside to Saka. Saka running at the Norwich defence. Ødegaard tried a back heel. It worked against West Brom in the League Cup. Didn't quite work this time. Saka couldn't get on the end of that, and the Norwich defence managed to clear it. But it would have almost been a repeat of that goal, the one that Saka scored at West Brom in the Carabao Cup there. He played it into Ødegaard. Ødegaard tried to back it back into his path, but the Norwich defence was able to block it and clear the ball away. And Norwich now coming out down their right-hand side. In fact, it's cut off by Saka, so it goes back to Tim Krul. He's now got the ball at his feet inside the penalty area. Arsenal aren't really pressing too much, allowing Norwich to play it out from the back as they tried to build an attack themselves. And now they're coming forward, Norwich. They've beaten our press. Tomiyasu there battling away for the ball. gives away a free kick though. Good to see that. It was inside the Norwich half, so he wasn't really causing us too many issues there. It was Solis there, the Norwich forward. And it's a free kick to Norwich, about 10 yards inside their own half, just slightly over to this left-hand side. It's pumped long in towards the penalty area. Aaron Ramsdale comes out and just sees the ball out for a goal kick. Slightly over hit that free kick. 24 minutes played at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Norwich 0. We still await our first goal of the season. Both teams, of course, looking for their first point of the season as well. It's going to be Aaron Ramsdale on his Premier League debut for the club actually today, of course, along with Tomiyasu as well. So 2 Premier League debuts for Arsenal. It's only a second Premier League game for Ben White as well. So it's a little bit of a new look Arsenal team. May take a little time to settle and to see the real best of this team. Aubameyang's just given away a free kick, which he's complaining about. He did push him in the back, actually, so I think that was a fair decision when you see the replay. And it is a free kick to Norwich, which they've taken quickly. Grant Hanley plays it back to Tim Krul. Now he goes long this time. Tries to get it towards halfway. A good header there from Williams, actually flicks it on. But now coming forward again, Norwich on this near side. They're passing the ball around quite well, Norwich, actually. They look good in possession. Not quite sure about out of possession, how tight they are. But anyway, the ball's now played over to the far side. Norwich coming forward again. It's a shot from the edge of the box, comes in, but it's comfortable for Ramsdale. It was Max Aarons again. He's done well getting forward down that far side. Norwich is right. Cut inside again to the edge of the penalty area. Tried a shot there, but it was always going to be comfortable. It was on target, but it was always comfortable for Ramsdale. Arsenal giving the ball away in midfield, but they've managed to win it back. Actually, it was initially Maitland-Niles who won the first challenge, and then Saka tidied it up. And we managed to keep possession. Now it's Sambi Lokonga to Ben White, plays it back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale pings it into Maitland-Niles in the centre of midfield, but he's caught out there by Pukki, as he knows. The referee has given a free kick. Pukki tries a shot, which is saved by the goalkeeper, but it was clearly a foul on Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles is quite laid back, isn't he? He doesn't tend to rush, and he took his time then, and he was closed down. And although he was fouled, you can't take too many risks like that in the Premier League. Not against a player like Pukki, who's very sharp. And but he was fouled on that particular occasion. But he just needs to be a little bit more focused, I think, sometimes, Maitland-Niles. He was caught out a bit there, but I say he got away with that one. And it is going to be now a goal kick to Norwich. 26.5 minutes played. Still Arsenal 0, Norwich 0. Still waiting for our first goal of the season, of course. Norwich are coming forward now. They've actually played quite well in the last 10 minutes. Good defensive play there from Lokonga in midfield. Won the ball. Looks a good player, Lokonga, doesn't he? Which was decent. And, he's looked good, hasn't he? I'm not quite sure why he didn't play against Man City in our last game in the Premier League. But anyway, he certainly looked good in the other 2 games, and he's looked good so far today. He's strong in the tackle. He can pick a pass. He does the simple things well as well, doesn't he? He'll try to keep possession of the ball, try to move it forward. And he's done that well again in this game. Again, it was a burst forward from Max Aarons. This time he's held up. And now Lokonga again. Saka, tried to play the ball through to Aubameyang. Saka there. It was actually a good bit of defending actually from Norwich to stop Aubameyang getting in behind. But that's where the danger is going to be, isn't it? If we can get Aubameyang in, almost paid off, didn't it? About 10 minutes ago when the goal was, the opportunity, for Aubameyang, which was saved, and then it was pulled back for offside. But that's how we're going to be dangerous in this game. That's how we're going to get the goals. Mason says there, women's Aston Villa draw with West Ham might help us. I don't really think it helps us, does it? Aston Villa and West Ham are going to be 2 of the teams at the bottom of the league, aren't they? So it doesn't really affect us too much. We need Chelsea and Man City to drop as many points as possible. That's going to help us. We need to keep winning our games. Obviously, a great start for the Arsenal women. If you did miss the show last night, the Arsenal Women's Show is available on YouTube still. It's on Spotify as well. So please tune into that. Good show that was, discussing all things Arsenal women. And now today, of course, we're focused on the Arsenal men, and it's the important game at the bottom of the Premier League for Arsenal. 28.5 minutes played. It is still 0-0. Arsenal have been the better team and have probably been on top, but Norwich have had 1 or 2 moments of their own actually as well. They've looked pretty dangerous when they come forward. So we need to be switched on. And it is a new look Arsenal defence, of course. 3 of this back 4 have never played together before. Tomiyasu at right back, Ben White and Gabriel in the centre. We've not played this defence before. It's only really Kieran Tierney on the left-hand side that's been a regular. Mason says he saw this. I was at last night. So no, we enjoyed it. It was a good chat. It always is. We're going to be doing it on a regular basis throughout this season, as well as obviously covering the Arsenal men. We're going to give the Arsenal women a lot more coverage this year. We did cover them last season as well on the channel, but we're going to give them even more coverage this season as well, in what hopefully could be a title challenge for them, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Certainly a good start last week it was. But now we need the men to take some notes from that women's performance last week. Obviously in this stadium as well it was, wasn't it? Ramsdale there, twists and turns in the penalty, beats Timo Pukki, plays the ball up this near side towards Pepe, but it's gone straight out. Pepe's touch let him down a little bit there. Difficult ball. But Ramsdale there, trying to be an Edison, as he was closed down by Pukki. He just knocked it past him and then kicked the ball out. But nice little bit of skill from Ramsdale. Good to see a goalkeeper comfortable with the ball at his feet, something that we haven't really had. Now, Tomiyasu does well there down the right-hand side. In fact, he's won us a free kick. So good strength again there. Knocked the ball past the Norwich player and was then fouled. Arteta is up and about on the technical area, encouraging, directing from the side. And let's hope that his words will be heeded by the players on the pitch. It hasn't been so far. But Arsenal are in possession now. Gabriel over on that far side. Plays it out to Kieran Tierney right on the far touchline. Kieran Tierney goes past his player. Martin quite easily plays it inside. Good turn. That was from Bukayo Saka. But it didn't come to anything in the end. Norwich do manage to scramble the ball away. And then now trying to launch a counter-attack of their own. It's quite an open game. That's a good ball. Played through the middle, but Aaron Ramsdale's out to get the ball just on the edge of his penalty area. But it's quite an open game. Every time one of our attacks breaks down, Norwich are quickly looking to get the ball forward to launch a counter-attack of their own. There's a ball played over the top again towards Aubameyang. He was stretching this time, couldn't get there. Claims he was fouled. I don't think he was. And the ball just ran through to Tim Krul. The referee's Michael Oliver, by the way, and I think Mike Dean's on VAR. So we're obviously not going to get a lot there. I mean, Hanley did put his arm briefly on his back. I don't think you can give a penalty for that, really. The other game's dead, isn't it? Anyway, Norwich now looking to get an attack of their own down the far side, but it's rolled out for a throw to Arsenal. Looking for Timo Pukki, who's had one or two moments, hasn't he, in this first half, Pukki. He is Norwich's top scorer this season with 1 goal, a penalty in last game against Leicester. In fact, it's the only goal either of these two teams have scored this season in the Premier League, isn't it? Although we both enjoyed a 6-0 victory in the Carabao Cup, didn't we? So that was good. But obviously it's not helping us in terms of league points or league goals, is it? We still need to find our first one of the season. We've had 1 or 2 little opportunities, nothing really major yet. Norwich are defending pretty well. And we were a little bit timid at times, I feel. Maybe a confidence has took a knock, obviously, with results in recent weeks. And you can kind of see that as well, I think, the way that we've played a little bit. We were a little bit apprehensive at times, which isn't ideal. But anyway, Tim Krul now has gone long with that kick towards halfway. Tomiyasu was beaten in the air, actually, and now there's a space where he should be, but it was a good header there, good defensive header from Ben White, but Norwich pick up the second ball. Coming forward now, it's McLean driving through the midfield, plays a square ball. It's a shot coming in, is it from distance? No, nice feet there on the edge of the penalty. It's played through into Pukki inside the penalty area. Ben White comes across. Just for a second, it looked as though Pukki was going to get an opportunity inside the penalty area. He can be very dangerous in those positions, but it was Ben White come across, close the door on him, and we've managed to bring the ball out of defence now. It's now Tomiyasu down this near side, plays the ball forward to Nicolas Pepe. Interesting to see how those two are going to link up as the season progresses. Tomiyasu gets the ball back and plays it back to Ben White into midfield to make the Niles. Just as though he's sitting deeper of the two, isn't he? With him and Lokonga. Looks like that could be quite a good little pivot, that actually. I'm sure that Partey will be playing when he's fit. But Maitland-Niles showing that he can do a job in that midfield. He's looked neat and tidy. He's on the ball now, plays it into Bukayo Saka. Odegaard now in the number 10 position, but he's robbed, actually maybe tried to do a little bit too much. And now Norwich can launch a counter-attack. Pookie inside the centre circle, plays it towards this near side. Norwich coming streaming forward. Actually, they've got 4 or 5 men forward. Can they create a chance here? Dowell over on this near side into the penalty area. Just plays the ball back to the edge of the box. Norwich are having a good attack. The ball comes into the box. It's deflected towards Pookie, but Ramsdale's out. Inside his 6-yard box there, Aaron Ramsdale. Nice and confident. The ball there, they've got a deflection on the edge of the box, which maybe made it a little bit easier for Ramsdale. Took it away from Pookie a little bit, and that gave Ramsdale a chance to come across and block and get the ball. And Arsenal now coming forward in midfield with Lokonga. Tried to play the ball around the outside to Aubameyang. It wasn't particularly well executed, and Norwich again have picked up possession. And they do look dangerous when they're coming forward, Norwich. You get this swarm of yellow shirts flying up the pitch. They're certainly playing an open game when they've got the ball. And it could leave them open to a counter-attack from Arsenal if we get these opportunities as the game progresses. But Norwich are in possession at the moment. That was a poor ball, actually. Maitland-Niles cut it out, and Nicolas Pepe's now picked up possession. Gets the ball back from Tomiyasu, gives it back to him again, and then plays it into Lokonga. Wasn't a great ball, actually. Lokonga just about managed to survive that. But we've given the ball away in midfield. Pepe there's loose touch. Norwich again have got possession, plays it into Pookie, but Ben White does well. Does he know? Referee's given a free kick. Looked like Ben White just got there first in front of Pookie, but the referee's given a free kick. It's just on the edge of the box. This is a dangerous moment, this for Arsenal, actually. Ben White there. Did he get across? It didn't look like as much in that, if we're totally honest. It just looked like Ben White just managed to get in front of Pookie. But it has been given as a free kick to Norwich, which is about 10 yards outside the penalty, and maybe a bit less, quite central. So it is about 10 yards. Yeah, it's just outside the D. So the Arsenal ball is being pushed back towards the edge, inside Arsenal's penalty area. This could be a dangerous moment, actually. I don't know if they've got any free kick specialists. Campbell's obviously on the bench. Of course, they used to have Buendia, didn't they, who took good free kicks for Norwich. Of course, he's now at Aston Villa. But it's going to be Solaris. Looks like he might be taking this. Maitland-Niles is lying down on the floor behind the wall. The free kick comes in and it's harmlessly over the bar. Actually, was it deflected? Because it looks like it's gone out for a corner. It must have got deflected off the wall. So the wall did its job there. Aaron Ramsdale organised the wall well. In fact, it did hit the defender. May well have been on target, that free kick, actually, to be fair. It was Lees Malloy with the free kick. The wall did its job. And Mason says there, Ronaldo doing bad versus Newcastle. Is he? I'm sure he'll still score a goal or two. You know what he's like. But anyway, it's a corner to Norwich at the moment. 9 minutes to go until half time from this near side. The corner comes into the near post. I don't know if it hit the post, did it, or was it cleared away? But Arsenal have dealt with it now, but not really that far. Norwich again have picked up possession down this near side. A cross comes in towards a 6-yard box. Header from Ben White. Should find Pepe, who flicks it on as well. Looking for Aubameyang, but again Norwich picked the ball up with with Root, sorry. And now it's Max Aarons on halfway. And Arsenal haven't really dealt with that particularly well still. And Norwich have kept possession. Now they're coming forward through midfield. Ball played out to the far side. This is a decent attack list from Norwich. Again, it's Max Aarons. Goes past Saka, does he? No, he doesn't. Good defending that was from Saka. The two young English players there. And it was Saka came out on top. And Arsenal do clear it away, but he's going to be a throw to Norwich over on the far side. Good defending that was from Bukayo Saka. Max Aarons looked to get round the outside of him. You've got to be quick to beat Bukayo Saka, haven't you? And Max Aarons didn't have the pace on that particular occasion. And Saka got back and won the ball. But it is still Norwich in possession. They've probably had most of the possession in the last 5 minutes or so. And they did have that free kick opportunity just before as well, which caused us a couple of anxious moments, if we're honest. Hit the wall and went over. But, you know, Arsenal dominated the first maybe 25 minutes of this game, but Norwich have certainly come into it now. Again, they're looking to get the ball out to that far side. So Max Aarons gets forward really well again. Puts the ball in towards the near post. Wasn't really dealt with first time by Gabriel. Second time it was with Pookie looming. But Arsenal still haven't really got the ball that far clear. And now they've got an opportunity to. It was Maitland-Niles there now to Kieran Tierney on the far side. Switches the ball to this near side to Pepe. Terrible touch from Nicolas Pepe, and Norwich have picked up possession again with Williams. Pepe needs to do a bit better there. It wasn't the easiest ball to control, if you're honest, but a professional footballer in the Premier League should be able to have a better touch than that. And Norwich again have got possession with Tim Krul. Goes long to the far side again to Max Aarons. That's their outlet, isn't it, down this right-hand side for Norwich. They're keeping possession well. I say they've perhaps dominated the possession in the last maybe 10 minutes, actually, of this first half. After a bright start from Arsenal, we've gone back into our shells again. Norwich are looking pretty comfortable, but they've just given the ball away there. Tomiyasu finds Nicolas Pepe now. Can he have a run at the Norwich defence? But that's a good tackle on him, actually, from Williams. Really good tackle, actually. And Norwich have got possession again. Arsenal finding it difficult to keep the ball. Again, it's over on that far side with Max Aarons. He keeps it in well. Again, he's got Saka for company over there, and he goes backwards instead. Norwich keeping possession. They're coming forward again, Norwich. They're not really creating too many opportunities to get in behind us. It's all nice, easy passing from an Arsenal point of view. But Norwich have certainly worked their way into this game. After, I say, we dominated the opening 25 minutes. We're now 5 minutes away from the break. It's still 0-0, but Norwich have maybe been on top. Mason says, yeah, we're doing good so far. I wouldn't necessarily say we're doing that good at the moment. Norwich have been a better team for the last 10 minutes. But that was a poor ball there up the right-hand side from Max Aarons, and it's run through to Aaron Ramsdale, who slows the play down. And Arsenal maybe need to see this out till half-time. We've dropped off, and Norwich have got the upper hand, and we almost give the ball away in midfield there. Maitland-Niles' pass was a bit short, but Aubameyang came in to collect it and then tries to loft the ball over the top to Saka, who'd gone on a run forward, but in the end, again, the Norwich defence deal with it. Now they play a long ball forward, looking for Dow, but it's a header there from Tomiyasu. It was. Looks good in the air. He's a tall player, isn't he, Tomiyasu? Good header that was. Now Pepe trying to get clear down the right-hand side, but Williams again comes across, defends against him well, as he has done on a number of occasions, actually, the Liverpool loanee. And we are coming up towards half-time. 4 minutes to go until the break. As they're showing the clock at the clock end of the Highbury Stadium, or at the Emirates Stadium, sorry, because it was originally at Highbury, the end where I used to have a season ticket back in the day. Happy days at Highbury, of course, and not quite managed to recreate them yet, have we, in the new stadium, which is in a little bit of need of repair, I think. A little bit of paint needed and stuff like that. It's not been looking that great, the stadium, recently. Needs a bit of work done to it, I think, as well. Shane's in the chat as well. Shane, thanks for tuning in. He says someone should be doing time in prison for payment of Pepe. It's very hit or miss. He is. You can see he's got quality, but he does tend to go from being world class to being Sunday League quite often within the same game. In fact, Max Aarons has just got himself a yellow card. It was a ball over the top from Maitland-Niles looking to get Aubameyang in, and he did just pull him back there, Max Aarons. Also got a dangerous free kick. And I say it's a yellow card to Aarons, who's probably been Norwich's best player in an attacking sense in this first half. But now he's going to have to defend or help to defend this free kick. Can Arsenal get this goal in the final few minutes of this first half? It's a free kick. It's just over on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Only about 3 or 4 yards outside the box. This could be a good opportunity, this, for Arsenal to really test Tim Krul. We haven't done that enough yet. He did make that good save from Aubameyang, but it may well have not counted anyway due to an offside. But Arsenal have got a couple of players in the Norwich wall as well. Norwich have got a player lying down behind it, this modern way, just in case. There was a couple of free kicks a few years ago, wasn't there, when the ball was hit low. De Bruyne, I think, did one. The wall jumped and it went underneath them. So now they put a man underneath it, which in this case is going to be Max Aarons. And it's Pepe and Maitland-Niles over this free kick just outside the penalty area. It's Pepe to hit it over the top of the crossbar. Bit of a waste, that, actually. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Norwich. Maybe could have made a bit more of that. It wasn't a great free kick, that, from Pepe, if we're honest. A decent position with his left foot. Tried to curl it in at the near post. It might have actually been better a right foot with Maitland-Niles maybe out swinging it rather than trying to curl it in and out kind of thing. And it didn't get enough whip on it at all. And it was comfortably wide from a Norwich perspective. But Arsenal now, we've got 2 minutes away, a minute and a half away from the break. We've not really put Norwich under enough pressure in the last 15, 20 minutes of this first half at all. It's been mostly Norwich possession of the ball, although I say they've not really created much either. If we're totally honest, Ramsdale now with the ball at his feet inside the 6-yard box, goes long, very long actually. Aubameyang's underneath this, is he? No, it was a header from Grant Hanley, who's actually done pretty well in this game so far. And Bukayo Saka's just won a free kick as well for Arsenal. He's just pulled back there as he looked to get in behind the Norwich defence. It might well be a second yellow card, is it or not? I think it was Lees Malloy. But Arsenal taking a free kick quickly, maybe too quickly actually. Hasn't really done us any favours. And in fact, Maitland-Niles has lost the ball, as he knows. He's won it back. He's done well there. Maitland-Niles plays it into Ødegaard to Saka, and he's got Tierney outside him. Tierney, can he whip a cross in? Goes past Max Aarons, puts a cross in. It's towards the far post. Aubameyang was up. Shot comes in. Was it a save there from Tim Krul? It was Tomiyasu actually with the effort at the far post. Looked to mark his debut with a goal there. It was a good effort actually. In the end, the ball came to him. It was a cross from Tierney initially. Aubameyang tried to get on the end of it. It was half cleared, and Tomiyasu came and hit it on the volley just over the bar. It would have been a fantastic goal, that actually. What a debut goal that would have been. As he came in at the far post, and it's just gone over the bar. I don't think Tim Krul touched it, but what a great effort that was. Would have been a fantastic goal for the Japanese defender. What a way to mark your debut that would have been. We're now into the final few seconds of the first half. I think there's only going to be 1 minute of stoppage time as well. Yeah, there is indeed going to be 1 minute of stoppage time. So Arsenal, we're looking to see if we can get this goal, can we, before the break. But it's Norwich currently on the attack with McLean down this near side. But it is a throw to Norwich just on this near side in line with the edge of the penalty area. I think McLean's going to go backwards. But he plays it in towards the penalty. Arsenal switched off for a second. Drilled across the box. There's a chance for Pukki. Shot's deflected. I think it was Ben White there. We switched off there from that throw-in. Almost cost us a goal. The ball was pulled back by Dow to Pukki just on the back of the penalty spot. He got a good touch, but just as he was about to shoot, he got closed down by Ben White and the ball was deflected away. But poor defending that was from Arsenal there from that throw. Almost cost us a goal. Pukki's normally so sharp, isn't he? And he was sharp. But the half-time whistle has gone. It is Arsenal 0, Norwich 0. We are still waiting for that first goal of the season. Arteta doesn't seem very happy. I don't know if it's with the fourth official. Tomiyasu there came close to a goal there just before half-time. But Norwich have given as good as they've got in this first half. You've got to be honest and say that they have. It's probably 0-0's about right. If balance of play, Arsenal started well in terms of possession, had one or two little moments, but then Norwich came back into it before the break, had a lot more possession, and they just had that opportunity right on half-time there with Pukki, and Ben White was able to come across and get the block in. But it hasn't been a great first half, actually. I think we need to make allowances for the fact it's a new Arsenal team. They've got to gel together a little bit. You can see that's maybe a bit of a problem. We've looked good at times, and other times we've been a little bit stale, a little bit sloppy. We're not moving the ball forward quickly enough at times. Norwich are defending well, but if anybody thought that having all our players back fit, or most of them, was going to make a massive difference, then it's going to be a process that's going to take a little bit longer than just 45 minutes against Norwich, isn't it, by the look of it? Some positives as well, of course. There were some positives there. I thought Lokonga looked good in midfield. Maitland-Niles, he sometimes looks a little bit too laid back, doesn't he? And he's been caught out nearly a couple of times, so he needs to liven himself up a little bit in the second half. I thought the fullbacks have played well. Tomiyasu's done pretty well for his first game. Nearly scored, of course, as well, didn't he, just before half-time. And Tierney's got forward pretty well. Of course, their dangers come from down that side, isn't it, with Max Aarons. Saka's having to drop in, has defended pretty well against him as well, but it's maybe taken a little bit of our attacking threat away down that side of the pitch in that first half. So a little bit of work to do for Arteta at half-time. Maybe shuffle things around a little bit to try to find a way to break this Norwich side down. And Norwich themselves have had one or two moments, as I said, so we need to keep switched on at the back. Almost cost us there right at the end of the first half, where we went to sleep from a throw-in, and Timo Pukki almost had an opportunity to give Norwich the lead, but it was well defended in the end from Ben White. It's been a fairly open game, if we're honest. Norwich have tried to, come forward whenever they can on a counter-attack, and soaked up the pressure that we had certainly early on. Shane says was expecting a bit of a reaction today. Hopefully, second half. Yeah, I think one of the issues is the fact it is a new team. There's a lot of new partnerships around, and sometimes it's not going to just happen straight away, is it? I think we need to understand that maybe a little bit, and let's hope it improves as the game goes on and as the season goes on. But that first half wasn't brilliant. Let's not try and pretend it was. We had some moments, and we also had a few shaky moments at the back. They're just showing a header there from Pookie, I think it was, across from Max Aarons. That was probably the nearest Norwich came to a goal, actually, in that first half. And we haven't really had that many chances. There was that one from Aubameyang, which was later given as offside. A good save, actually, from Tim Krul. And it was, I say, later flagged for offside anyway. And then there was a free kick from Pepe, which he didn't really make the most of. See, I don't think that's offside. They've just shown it again. It looked like he was possibly level, and the attacking player is supposed to get the benefit of the doubt. He didn't score anyway, so he hasn't. It didn't matter in the end, I suppose. But you want to see the rules, interpreted in the right way. And I think, given the attacking side, the advantage, if there's a little doubt, should be what's given. And unfortunately, on that case, it wasn't. But Arsenal have been okay at times. Still, maybe not confident going forward enough. They're just showing that Tomiyasu volley there just for half time a little bit too high. I think Tim Krul looked as though he had it covered. If it had been a fraction lower, I think he would have just tipped it over the bar. But it was good to see the fullbacks getting forward. Kieran Tierney put a cross in, looking for Aubameyang. It was half cleared by the defence, and then Tomiyasu's flying volley with his right foot at the far post just too high. But that's probably the nearest we've come actually to scoring, which kind of sums it up maybe a little bit. With a new defender coming the closest to a goal. So, but anyway, it is 0-0, and I suppose at least we haven't conceded a goal, but we haven't looked threatening enough for me. This is Norwich who are equal bottom of the league with us, and I think maybe we needed to have done a little bit more. Just going through the half-time scores, then the only goal actually in that first half has come at Old Trafford, and guess who scored it? I'll give you 3 guesses. Yes, it was Cristiano Ronaldo. 45 minutes. In the last minute of that first half, Cristiano Ronaldo has scored on his return against Newcastle, which actually, at the moment, Man United stand top of the league if they can hold on for that victory. So that's the only goal, actually, of the first half. And I suppose there's no real surprise that it's Ronaldo that scored it. They are still playing Brentford-Brighton. It's 0-0 now. It's half-time there as well now. So it's 0-0 everywhere. So Arsenal-Norwich 0-0, Brentford-Brighton 0-0, Leicester-Man City 0-0, Southampton-West Ham 0-0, Watford-Wolves 0-0, and Manchester United 1 up against Newcastle. Cristiano Ronaldo inevitably with the goal, and earlier on, of course, at lunchtime today, I'm sure you watched it. It finished Crystal Palace 3, Tottenham 0. It was a penalty from Zaha. That was following a red card for Tanganga, and then 2 goals from substitute Edouard on his debut. Brilliant debut for him. The first goal he scored literally seconds after coming on, and then in stoppage time he wrapped it up with a third. That's Palace's first win, of course, under Patrick Vieira, of course, and he got one over Tottenham again, as he did quite often in his playing career, didn't he? I remember him scoring quite a lot of goals against Tottenham, didn't he, when he played for us? Just looking back at our game, that first half there, the possession stats, for 52% Arsenal, 48 Norwich. So it's been quite even in possession. I think Arsenal started off with more, and then as the half wore on, Norwich have clawed that possession back. In terms of shots at goal, we've had 10, only 1 of which was on target. Norwich have had 4, also 1 on target. And then we've had 4 corners to their 1. So, probably 0-0 is about right, isn't it? I suppose overall, or certainly the score being level is about right, perhaps, for that first half overall. A bit disappointed from an Arsenal perspective, if we're totally honest. I expected a little bit more from us. But anyway, it is 0-0. Let's hope for more in the second half. If you are new to the channel, I know a lot of you guys in the chat have been watching before. Please subscribe and give it a like as well if you do enjoy the coverage that I do. I do cover the Arsenal women on the channel as well. So please subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. I'm quite close actually to my next target of subscribers. I'm only about 8 away. So I think there's about 8 people watching at the minute. So if you all haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and it will take me to my next target, which would be very much appreciated. And I say give it a like as well, because that does help the video to get picked up, and it gets a bigger audience, really, essentially, and it gives the channel more of a reach. So that would be much appreciated as well. So if you are watching, please subscribe and please give it a like on YouTube as we prepare for the second half, which we clearly need to do more, don't we? We need to do a lot more if we're going to get our first goal of the season, which is we're still waiting, aren't we? 3.5 games now without a goal. Wolves are the only other team in the Premier League who haven't scored yet, and they still haven't scored. They're 0-0 away at Watford today, as we are at half-time there as well. Yeah, so it's 0-0. If I say it's 0-0 everywhere apart from Old Trafford. So the only goal of this Premier League 3 p.m. kickoffs today has been the most inevitable goal scorer ever, which of course is Cristiano Ronaldo. And Man United currently sitting top of the Premier League as well, overtaking Tottenham. So an extra bonus for Ronaldo's goal there from our point of view as well. But the most important thing now is this second half here at the Emirates. We do need to find a goal. We do need to find a victory, or the pressure is going to really, really mount, isn't it, on Mikel Arteta and everybody. If we can't beat Norwich at home, you know, to be fair to Norwich, they played pretty well in that first half, and we certainly shouldn't take it for granted. But we're Arsenal, we're at home to Norwich. We should be capable of beating a Norwich team at home. They've only ever won twice away at Arsenal in the league, and that's in their entire history. That's in 26 previous league visits. They were both at Highbury in 1987 and 1992, the very first ever Premier League game, if you remember, at Highbury, where the first game in front of the mural when the North Bank had been pulled down, we were 2-0 up at half-time. Steve Bolden, Kevin Campbell with the goals, and then in the second half, Norwich came back. Unbelievable game that was, wasn't it? Mark Robbins, it was, scored 2, didn't he, for Norwich that day, and they ended up winning 4-2. Some of our defending in that second half was really poor, wasn't it? I seem to remember we gifted them at least 2 of those goals, if not all of them. So, but that was the last time Norwich had won away at Arsenal. They've never won at the Emirates. The nearest they came was a 3-3 draw, which was in 2012, last home game of the season. Exciting game that was, actually. 2 goals from Robin van Persie. We were losing, we were then winning, and then Norwich got a late equaliser. I think it was Wes Hoolahan may have scored that one. It made it 3-3. And that was, of course, Robin van Persie's last game for us at the Emirates for Arsenal. So that was the last time Norwich managed to avoid defeat against us away. We've won all 5 games since, 4 in the Premier League and 1 in the League Cup a couple of years ago, if you remember that game. The Eddie Nketiah game, wasn't it, when he came off the bench and scored 2 goals as we won that game in extra time. So, yeah, he's on the bench, of course, today. No, he's not on the bench, is he? Because he's injured, Eddie Nketiah. Of course, he did win us that game in the League Cup. And, of course, our last Premier League game against Norwich ended 4-0, didn't it, in the Project Restart, if you remember, during lockdown, with no fans in. Cedric Suarez actually scored on his debut, a right back, and Tommy Asu there nearly repeated it in that first half, didn't he? And that was a 4-0 victory. Of course, I think Aubameyang got a couple that night, and it was Granit Xhaka as well, wasn't it? Scored. So that was the last meeting in the Premier League at the Emirates. Hasn't quite gone the same today, has it? By any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, we are about to restart this second half. Arsenal are going to be attacking the goal to our left, which is, of course, the North Bank end. For those who are familiar with the Emirates Stadium, just as we had 220 passes, Norwich 209. Our passing accuracy 85%, Norwich is 83. So yeah, pretty even all round. Possession 52-48, as I said. So yeah, pretty even all round, actually. And say 0-0 is probably about the right result. Not really good enough at the moment from Arsenal. We need a lot more, don't we, in the second half? Norwich substitutes are still on the pitch, having a little kick about. In fact, some of the team are out by the look of it. They've got a lot of people on the pitch at the moment. I suppose it is all their subs, isn't it? Because they've got like 9 subs, haven't they? So we're just awaiting the team to re-emerge for the second half of this game at the Emirates. I say that the bottom two in the Premier League. Who would have thought that we'd be saying that about Arsenal? And we are still the bottom two at this moment in time on goal difference, ahead of Norwich, Wolves and Burnley, who are also with 1 point. Of course, we haven't got that point yet because it's only half time. We've still got the opportunity to lose it. But equally, we have got the chance to treble it as well with a goal or two or three or four. It'd be nice in the second half. I don't know if Mikel Arteta is going to make any changes at half time. I wouldn't imagine that he will, personally, but we'll see. We've got Lacazette and Martinelli, of course, on the bench. Smith Rowe, not sure of how his fitness is, if we're honest, at the moment. Whether or not he's going to be fit enough to play much part in this game. Martinelli, I say Lacazette for goals, possibly as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting any changes at half time. We are now just preparing for the second half. The teams are still not out yet. The Norwich substitutes are just going back down the tunnel. So I'm sure it won't be far off the second half starting in this game. I say Arsenal do need really, really important to get this victory, get this goal. But the longer that half went on, the more you were starting to wonder where the goal was coming from, if we're totally honest. Arsenal are now re-emerged in from the tunnel. Doesn't look like there's any changes as we make our way back out for this second half. Gabriel there at the back, followed by a million members of staff. Not quite sure what they all do, but anyway. And Norwich are now re-emerging as well for the start of this second half. Big second half this for Arsenal, a big second half for Mikel Arteta as well. That was a big half time for him now to make a few little adjustments. Mark C says there, how do we look in the middle? A&M and Sambi doing okay. Yeah, they're doing okay. I mean, Maitland-Niles has been a little bit... he's very laid back, isn't he? And sometimes he's almost been caught in possession. But he's done okay. Sambi's looked pretty good again. It's the first time they've played together in the middle, isn't it? So maybe it needs a bit of work. I wouldn't say it's been a massive success. Lokonga's been the better of the two. But Ainsley's done okay. He just needs to... I don't know if he's not sharp enough. He hasn't played much football, maybe, but he's so laid back, isn't he, that sometimes it doesn't look as though he's switched on. And I say he has almost been caught in possession a couple of times, and he needs to just liven himself up a little bit. But he's done okay. But Sambi's definitely been the pick of the two in midfield for Arsenal in that first half. Now, we are ready to kick off this second half. It's going to be Norwich to start the game in the yellow shirts with green shorts, of course, famous kit for Norwich it is. They've just restarted the game, attacking the goal to our right they are. The clock end where their fans are congregated. They've got an early attack now down that far side of the ball in towards the near post to Wolves. Pookie, Arsenal clear it away. And again, good defensive play that was from Sambi. Lokonga on the second attempt. A long-range effort there comes in from Norwich, harmlessly over the crossbar. So Norwich there coming out a lively start to that second half, for Norwich there. Getting him down the far side. It was good play from Lokonga initially, and then that shot comes in from distance by Roop, and it's gone harmlessly wide and over the crossbar. Norwich came flying out there from the start of the second half. Ramsdale now plays the ball out from the back, finds Lokonga, plays it short to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who comes back to Gabriel, who's almost in the left-back position, goes back to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal now looking to get some possession at the start of the second half following that opening attack there from Norwich, which almost caught us out straight from the kickoff. Gabriel now with the ball, looking to maybe go forward, but instead he just goes back to Ben White. Ben White, of course, making his first Premier League appearance at the Emirates today, following his debut at Brentford. That's a ball played through, looking for Saka, but it's overhit. And it goes all the way through to Tim Krul. And Russ is in the chat there. He says, big up, Richard. How you doing, Russ? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Not been the best game, has it? Let's be honest, so far. I can't see this doing too much to ease the pressure on everybody at the club. Anyway, we'll see. There is still 44 minutes to play. So plenty of time for us to get things going and hopefully get a goal. Tomiyasu have a good ball actually to Nicolas Pepe, who actually does well that time, holds the ball up well, plays it in to Saka. He's got Kieran Tierney steaming outside him. Saka, the ball wasn't quite in front of Tierney. He had to sort of stop his run and come back with his foul. Maitland-Niles tried to thread the ball through to Ødegaard, but it was well read by the Norwich defence, although they give the ball straight back. It was Sammy Lokonga there picking it up. Now it's Kieran Tierney now on his left-hand side. Can he whip across in? He does. Again, a Norwich defender comes across. They've defended well, Norwich, to be fair. You've got to give them credit for that. They have defended well so far. Shane in the chat says, I think Ronaldo will score more than us this season until Arteta's gone. I wouldn't be surprised he's already scored more than us this season, hasn't he? And he's only played 45 minutes. Anyway, it's a long way to go, yeah, isn't it? You can see Ronaldo obviously scoring loads of goals. I mean, he's a fantastic player, probably the best there is. Arsenal now trying to do some little intricate pass in there. Saka trying to play the ball through and towards Aubameyang, and Arsenal have got themselves a free kick, and it's a yellow card. Is it Lees Malou that's got a yellow card? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Lees Malou, their new signing, of course, this summer. And Arsenal got a free kick now. Or was it Grant Hanley who was maybe booked the captain? I'm not quite sure. But it was nice little interplay there. It was Grant Hanley pulled Aubameyang back, actually. So it is Grant Hanley, the captain, that's got the yellow card. 2 or 3 minutes into this second half. It is a free kick to Arsenal. Very central, actually. About 10 yards outside the penalty area. Pepe and Maitland-Niles are over it. It's going to be Pepe again. Plays it towards the far side. The header comes in. Goes wide of the post. I think it might have been Gabriel. It was indeed Gabriel with the header. He did score 3 goals last season, Gabriel, didn't he? From defence, including one on his debut, of course, at Fulham, if you remember the first game of the season. He was always stretching for that header, and it's gone wide of the post. He also scored against Wolves, didn't he? And I'm sure he got 3. I can't remember who the other one was against now. Oh, it was in Europe, wasn't it, against Olympiacos in the Europa League. That was a good header as well. They've just got Edu and his son on the screen there. Edu's slightly lucky to maybe have kept his job, if we're totally honest. But anyway, he is still in the job. The transfer window is now shut, and this is the team and the squad that we are left with. And these are the players we've been looking forward to seeing play together. Best good play from Lokonga, actually, in midfield. He does look a star in the future, doesn't he, that boy? Tierney now down his left-hand side, also looking to try and stretch the Norwich defence. Saka's gone outside Tierney. The ball's played into Aubameyang inside the penalty area. It's a good touch. He got around his man. Can he get a cross in? He does get a cross in. It's just a little bit too far from the. It comes to Ødegaard on the far side, inside the penalty area. Twisted and turning, trying to get a shot. It comes to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. His shot's deflected, but it's going to fall to Kieran Tierney down his left-hand side. Can he get it back into the box again? Defended well again by Norwich, and then they do clear the ball away. But again, we're not quite pushing it enough, are we? We're getting into some good positions, but we're just not quite finding that final ball or the final pass and the move breaking down. Maitland-Niles again, that was a poor ball, actually. And Norwich have managed to come forward themselves on a counter-attack. And it was Lokonga there intercepting the ball. And I don't know if that's going to be a free kick, is it? But Sambi's looked good again. You've got to say, he's looking good in midfield. He gets up and down the pitch well. He can break up play. He's neat and tidy with the ball. And I do think he has got the potential to be a really good player for us, a really good signing and a really good addition. But so far in this game, it's not quite been enough, has it? He's just in possession of the ball there, finds Ødegaard inside the centre circle, spreads the play out to this left-hand side, the near side. Kieran Tierney plays it back to Gabriel. And again, Arsenal keeping pretty safe possession. Lokonga now in the centre circle again, plays it out to the far side this time. So Tomiyasu finds Nicolas Pepe, does well in a tight area over on that far side. Plays the ball back to Lokonga, back to Tomiyasu, to Ødegaard, who's caught out there. And in the end, he goes long way back to Aaron Ramsdale. And he finds Gabriel coming forward now for Arsenal towards halfway. Looking long towards Aubameyang, fix it on, but there's nobody near him. And Norwich again can deal with it. But Saka's won the ball back well. Saka now, he's coming inside the penalty, drills it across the box towards Pepe. Again, it's a terrible touch from Pepe. Awful touch from Nicolas Pepe on the edge of the penalty area. A better touch there, he gets a shot away. It ran away from him. Arsenal picks up possession again. Pepe now on the edge of the penalty area. Again, he's dispossessed. Tomiyasu wins it back. And a bit scrappy play there on the edge of the penalty area. There was Arsenal wasn't really getting the touches right, and Norwich weren't really managing to clear the ball, and they've given it away again to Saka, now to Tierney. Tierney dinks the ball towards the penalty spot, towards Nicolas Pepe, but again, it's a Norwich defender in the way, and now Norwich can maybe try to get a counter-attack of their own. It's a long ball over the top looking for Pukki. He's got him behind briefly. He needs support, though. He's got Gabriel and White around him, and between them, they do manage to hold up Pukki, and it was Gabriel in the end who's conceded the throw. But Pukki there, it took the two defenders, White and Gabriel, to keep him quiet. A long ball over the top from McLean. That's what we've got to watch out for. He got in between the two defenders there, Pukki. Got into the penalty area. Ben White initially got the block in, and then Gabriel finished the job. But Pukki looked dangerous there. We're going to have to watch that, aren't we? Norwich now over on that far side, keeping possession, looking to try to create an opportunity of their own. The ball dinked into the box again. Good header away from Tomiyasu. Does well there. That's a good header. But again, Norwich pick up the loose ball. Play it to this near side. Norwich are keeping possession now. They're having a good spell. They're coming forward now with Hanley. Again, it's over on that far side. A danger. Cross comes in. Well blocked by Tomiyasu. Actually does well. And then clears the ball away. But again, it's Norwich who win the loose ball, the second ball. They're playing the ball well through midfield here. That was Kieran Tierney stepped in defensively. But again, we haven't really got the ball clear. Norwich are still keeping possession. Hanley now, and it's gone back out again to the far side to Williams getting forward. Was that offside? No, play goes on. The ball's inside the penalty. Again, it was a poor touch actually there from the Norwich player. I think it was Dowell, and Norwich just to the last moment managed to clear the ball away. Norwich again keeping possession over on that far side. A cross comes in. This time it's Sambi Lokonga, but again it's robbed off him. But no, Aubameyang now is going to have a run at the Norwich defence down that far side. Shows good pace, gets past Hanley as you'd expect him to do. He's got no real support in the penalty area. In the end, he's done well and managed to win a corner as he, or is it a goal kick? Come back off Aubameyang. Showed good pace of Aubameyang down the far side, Arsenal's right. Got past Hanley initially for pace. You'd expect that he will. Hanley's not the quickest, is he? He didn't have a lot of support in the penalty area, and as he tried to cross the ball, it hit Hanley, came back off Aubameyang. It's gone out for a goal kick to Norwich, but there was no support in the area anyway. Even if he'd managed to get the cross in, there were two Norwich defenders back that would have probably just tidied it up anyway. Pepe was trying to get there, but that's the problem. We are certainly not committing enough men forward, are we, when we do attack? And Norwich have got plenty of players back to make it difficult for us. But anyway, let's see what happens in the rest of this game now. But Aaron's trying to come forward down this near side for Norwich. He's not really been involved in the second half yet, Max Aaron. He had a decent first half for Norwich. Of course, a player that Arsenal, with a lot of Arsenal fans are wanting Arsenal to look at. But we've got Tomiyasu now in that position, and he's had a decent game. Lokonga now plays it out to Pepe. Tomiyasu goes on a run. Instead, Pepe cuts inside with a cross. It's flipped down. Arsenal still got possession here. Kieran Tierney just inside the penalty area. He's forced backwards to Maitland-Niles. Threads it through to Saka. Saka's shot's blocked. And Norwich managed to scramble the ball away as Aubameyang came in. Another half chance there from Arsenal. It was Saka with a shot there. Maitland-Niles played the ball through on the edge of the penalty area. Good play from Saka, actually. Got his shot away. It just got blocked by the Norwich defence, and then it was scrambled clear as Aubameyang was looking to pounce on the loose ball. And now Norwich are looking to get an attack of their own. Again, it's Max Aaron's down this near side. Just kept that in. And instead, he plays the ball back. But that was a bit better from Arsenal. We played 10 minutes of this second half. It is still 0-0. Norwich have perhaps had a little bit more possession in the second half, actually, if we're honest. They ended the first half with more possession as well. Not dangerous possession, it has to be said. There was that one ball over the top to put Pukki in behind briefly, but Ben White and Gabriel ended up dealing with that. But we're certainly not looking that threatening in terms of getting a goal. Now, Max Aaron's on this near side for Norwich. He's had a good game, as I said. The ball played over the top again, looking for Pukki. Ben White heads it clear, but not very far. In fact, it wasn't Pukki, it was Dowell looking to get him behind. Pukki was looking to get on the second ball, but now it's Lokonga. Brings it out for Arsenal. He's probably been the pick of Arsenal's players. Now there's a chance here for Aubameyang down this near side. He's maybe gone a little bit wider than he would have wanted, but he keeps the ball in, coming in towards the penalty area. He's in the penalty area now. Aubameyang plays it back to Saka. Saka's shot again. It's blocked. It comes to the far post. It was Pepe. brilliant block that was. Looked like Pepe was odds on to score from about 5 yards out. It looked like he had an open goal, but a brilliant defending there from Williams. The on-loan Liverpool defender threw himself in the way of that shot. Pepe maybe lacked a little bit of conviction, actually, but that was almost the moment we've been waiting a long time for. 57 minutes played in this game. Pepe shot there blocked when he looked odds on to score. And Arsenal coming forward again down this near side with Kieran Tierney just on the edge of the penalty. Plays it in towards Aubameyang. Now Saka again plays it backwards to Lokonga with a shot from 25, 30 yards, high and wide over the crossbar. And another Arsenal attack comes to nothing. But that should have been the goal there just before from Nicolas Pepe. It was good defending from Williams, but Pepe seemed to lack conviction in that. It was Saka's shot initially, got deflected to Pepe on the edge of the 6-yard box. And he just sort of, I don't know, he sort of tried to side foot it in when maybe he just got to try and lash it, haven't you? And it was a good block, to be fair. It was good defending from Williams. It would have gone in if it wasn't for that block, but it just seemed to be a little bit half-hearted from Pepe, actually. And now Norwich coming forward over on that far side. Keeping possession well, Norwich. This is a decent attack. A shot from the edge of the box hits an Arsenal defender. And Arsenal managed to tidy it up now with Tomiyasu over on that far side. Switches the play to this near side to Kieran Tierney. Arsenal now looking to get a foothold in this game. Maitland-Niles plays it into Ødegaard. Ødegaard doesn't have much influence in this game, has he, really? There was that one ball to Aubameyang in the first half. Other than that, he's not really been in this game to any great degree. He's on the ball currently just inside the Norwich half, plays it back to Tierney. And then Tierney plays it back to Gabriel. Typical Arteta football this at the minute. A few passes, but not really going anywhere. Now we maybe can with Maitland-Niles. Again, he was a bit sloppy, Maitland-Niles. Gave the ball away, but he has managed to win it back. And now he's having a little run down this left-hand side. Maitland-Niles, after initially giving the ball away, he's got all the way over to the corner flag. Sure, he needs a little bit of help. In fact, Max Aarons robs it off him, and then Max Aarons wins a throw. Wasn't great play that initially from Maitland-Niles, and now Todd Cantwell is going to be coming on for Norwich. Not quite sure what he's done to his hair, Todd Cantwell, but anyway, he's of course an Arsenal fan. Todd Cantwell, isn't he? And I'm sure he would like to score a goal here at the Emirates. Let's hope he doesn't. He's a good player though, Todd Cantwell, isn't he? He's a player we'd like to see. And now's a big moment for Arsenal. In fact, it's going to be a double substitution. Thomas Partey is coming on, and it looks like Emile Smith-Rowe as well. I was just saying Ødegaard hasn't had much influence. I think Ødegaard will probably go off. He's not had the greatest game, has he? Anyway, Todd Cantwell is going to be the first sub for Norwich to come on. So I'm not quite sure what he's done to his hair, but anyway, he's got like plaits in it. All a little bit strange. But anyway, Arsenal do pick up the ball. Kieran Tierney tried to play the ball through to Ødegaard. He probably knows he's going to be coming off very shortly. And Norwich now are looking to build an attack down that far side. They've played quite well, Norwich, actually, in this game. They're coming forward again now with Dow. Now Max Aarons this time on the near side. Can he get a cross in? He can get a cross in towards the far post. A little bit too high there for Roop at the far post there, the cross. He couldn't quite direct his header towards the goal. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. And now we are going to see the substitutions. It is Cantwell coming on for Norwich, wearing the number 14. And it is going to be Dowell, I think, coming off. He's shown some good moments, Dowell, actually, for Norwich. I don't know too much about him, if I'm totally honest. I think it's his first start of the season in the Premier League. He did okay. Did number 10 for Norwich, and he's going to be replaced by Cantwell. We know Cantwell's got quality, don't we? So we need to be aware of him. Shane in the chat says, I think Pepe will start on the bench most of this season. ESR left and Saka right, possibly. But we're making a double substitution now. Thomas Partey is about to come on, his first appearance of the season, getting a good reception from the crowd. It's actually Lokonga going off. I thought he may have been Maitland-Niles. Lokonga's been the better of the two, but he did have a slight injury playing for Belgium, didn't he, in the week? Maybe that's why. But it is Lokonga gone off, played well, and it is Thomas Partey coming on. And Smith-Rowe is going to be the other substitution. I'll be amazed if it isn't Ødegaard that goes off, or is it going to be Pepe? We shall see. But it is Thomas Partey coming on. Long-awaited return of Thomas Partey. It is Smith Rowe coming on as well. I'm not quite sure who's gone off yet. I will let you know when I find out, when it comes up on the screen. I think it might be Tomiyasu actually. So are we going to go to a 3 at the back? I think it might be Tomiyasu that's gone off over on the far side. So have we gone to a 3 at the back? It is Tomiyasu that's gone off. Ødegaard is still on. Not quite sure what the formation is yet. Maitland-Niles has gone over to right back. Just trying to figure out what formation we're playing. I think Maitland-Niles has gone to right back actually. Saka looks like he's come more in centrally. Oh, he's just given the ball away actually. Saka in a dangerous position. Norwich now can try to come forward themselves with McLean. Plays it to Max Alms on his near side. He's got Cantwell ahead of him. Instead, he goes back to McLean again. And McLean's then fouled by Ødegaard. So I'm just trying to figure out what this formation is, actually. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense at the moment. But I think Maitland-Niles has dropped into right back in place of Tomiyasu. And Smith Partey's come on, obviously, for Lokonga, so there's no change there. And I'm just trying to figure out exactly what Smith Rowe and Ødegaard are playing. But anyway, Norwich coming forward now down the far side. Cantwell with his first involvement. Drills the ball across the box, but Ramsdale's there. Fairly comfortable that was for Ramsdale on his Premier League debut for Arsenal. Now, throws the ball out to Kieran Tierney. Ødegaard now. Looks like Ødegaard and Thomas Partey are maybe the two in midfield. Smith Rowe is further up the pitch. So that looks like the change. Ødegaard's dropped in to that position in midfield, actually. The more advanced of the two pivots. Not sure if that's his best position, actually. But anyway, Maitland-Niles got an hour in midfield and now he's been pushed back out to right back. Now, Smith Rowe's first involvement. That's a good ball, actually, to Maitland-Niles coming forward from right back. He has one after a corner. I don't know what Maitland-Niles makes of that. Positional switch. Obviously, he can play at right back. But we've just brought in Tomiyasu, who's probably going to be the first choice. So, anyway. Short corner played there. And it was Saka there, was it, trying to drill the ball into the box? It's gone out again for another corner to Arsenal. Finally building a little bit of pressure. Norma says they're 0-0. Yeah, it's still 0-0. Arsenal had one or two little opportunities in the second half. A good block from the Norwich defender Williams to deny Pepe. Other than that, though, there hasn't been an awful lot for Tim Krul to do in this second half, frustratingly. It is still 0-0. Arsenal do have a corner. It's whipped in. Thomas Partey was underneath it. That's probably his first touch, actually, but his header goes straight through into the arms of Tim Krul. And Norwich can regroup. A little bit better that from Arsenal. A couple of quick corners in a row. Tim Krul now throws the ball out and gets it back from his defender. And now is he going to go long? Plays it to Max Aarons down his near side. It wasn't a good touch there for Max Aarons, and Smith Rowe pinched it off him. And now Thomas Partey. That's a good ball from Thomas Partey into Saka. Saka's done well. Saka's gone through. He's played it to Pepe on the far side. Pepe shot. He's hit the post. Come back again. He's hit the post again. And Arsenal have finally scored. I think it's Aubameyang with a final touch. No, I think it's Pepe. I think it's Pepe, actually. Or is it Aubameyang? The ball hit the post about 3 times. And we have finally got a goal. 65 minutes of game 4. We have got a goal. I think it's Aubameyang with the final touch. It was a little bit of a strange goal in many ways, but it is a goal. Wow, it took its time. We took our time getting it, but we have got it. It was a bit of a ricochet around the box. I think Pepe hit the post. I think Saka might have hit the post as well. And Aubameyang's finally bundled it in. First goal of the season, his first Premier League goal, of course, as well. It's his 4th goal in all competitions following that hat-trick in the Cup. The first shot there hit the post, came back. Oh, I don't think Aubameyang might be offside. I don't know if VAR have checked it. I think it might have been given. He looked like he may have been offside. It might get disallowed yet. Hang on a minute. I have got it as 1-0, but I don't know if it's gone to VAR. It was Aubameyang who ended up getting a final touch, but he may have been offside looking at the replay. It is Mike Dean on VAR, let's not forget it. No, it's been given. The goal has been given. VAR has given it. So good old Mike Dean's done us a favour there. It looks like maybe an offside actually there. So have we got away with one a little bit? I'm not really sure. Maybe see another replay of that. We will see. Norwich are not very happy. Their captain Hanley speaking to the referee. Let's have a look at it again in a replay here. It was good play initially from Saka to Pepe. Pepe's shot hit the post. Aubameyang is then offside. He was in an offside position, but was it the second phase of play when it hit the post again? Not really sure. The first shot hit the post. Aubameyang is then offside. He then hits the post again, and he taps it home. Now, is that second phase of the same attack? We'll have to see. The first shot hits the post. The ball then is played backwards. Then he's offside. Then when it hits the post, surely he's offside. Surely he is offside. I mean, if that goal remains as a goal, we've certainly got away with one there because Aubameyang is miles offside and he does get the final touch. We've definitely got away with one there. Our first goal of the season, and it maybe shouldn't even stand, but it has been given, I believe, and we are 1-0 ahead. Well, controversy here at the Emirates. So hang on, the referee, what's he doing here? No, it has been given. A goal's definitely been given. Norwich have just kicks off. It is 1-0. Wow, he looked quite a long way offside there to me, Aubameyang. We've got away with that, and maybe sometimes you need a little bit of luck. We certainly haven't had much, have we? But it is our first goal of the season. It does stand. It is 1-0. And Norwich have made a substitution. Rashik has come on for Tazolis. An attacking substitution for Norwich. Will be looking to try and get back into this game now. But hopefully that first goal might settle us down. A little bit fortunate, you have to say. I'm not quite sure how that's been given by VAR, if we're honest. We had one in the Arsenal women, didn't we, last week against Chelsea? That was offside and was given. And we've just got another one here today. Maybe VAR is becoming, well, obviously it's not VAR in a women's game, but maybe VAR today are being kind to us because that, I can't quite figure out how that's not been disallowed. But anyway, it's good that it hasn't been. We are 1-0 ahead. And let's hope we can build on this lead and get that important first victory of the season. Certainly a long while to wait for that goal. But Norwich now coming forward themselves. Oh, that was an opportunity there for Max Aarons inside the penalty area for an instant response from Norwich. It was a cross there. It wasn't really dealt with particularly well by Arsenal. Again, we maybe switched off. And the ball fell to Aarons. He was leaning back, actually. Again, it was a throw Arsenal were caught out from. And Max Aarons leaning back, couldn't get his foot wrapped around it, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. But Norwich are still posing a threat in this game. It has to be said. But we have got the goal. As fortunate as it is, we are 1-0 up. We hit the post twice. Pepe hit the post twice in the build-up to that after Saka had initially done well. The ball ended up coming across to Aubameyang, and he was able to score. Now Saka again looking for a second goal. Goes past the defender. Good defending, though, again from Norwich. Looked like Saka had just got in there for an opportunity to shoot. And in the end, it was Max Aarons, I think, back defending. He's had a lively couple of minutes. I know it was Hanley, actually. Saka did really well. But it was good defending, actually, from Hanley. Grant Hanley there for Norwich. He's going to be a corner to Arsenal. I think a second goal now would definitely kill it off, wouldn't it? But, yeah, a little bit controversial, that goal, actually. I'm sure Norwich won't be very happy about that. And I'm sure Daniel Farker will have a lot to say about that at the end. But anyway, it's been given. Let's see if we can get another goal or two to finish this off. Smith Rowe dinks the ball back towards the far post to Pepe. Tries a volley near post, but it's too close to Tim Krul. And he kicks it long, actually. And Norwich now can launch a counter-attack down this near side. This is the substitute, Rashika. He's got Pookie in the box. Rashika, can he get a cross in? Good defending from Martin Ødegaard, actually. Tracked him all the way. But it is a corner to Norwich, only their second corner of the game. A swift counter-attack that was there from Norwich. They've taken a corner quickly as well. Cantwell now goes back to Rashika. Can he get a cross in? He does this time. It comes into the near post. It's a good turn from Pookie inside the area. Again, there's an Arsenal body in the way. It was Ben White in the end completes the clearance. But Pukki's looked lively today when he's had brief little opportunities. He's looked dangerous. And Arsenal had to defend him well. And Ben White did well on that particular occasion. And that was good to deny Pukki the opportunity to maybe poach an equaliser for Norwich. But Norwich coming forward again. They certainly haven't given this up, have they, Norwich? Credit to them for that. But we need to do a bit more, I think, to really make sure that we do win this game. But Norwich again coming forward down this near side again. It's with Max Aarons. Plays it back to Cantwell. Aarons gets it back. Now Rashika, who's looked lively since he's come on for Norwich, actually. Max Aarons again. Norwich keeping possession, but we are forcing them backwards. They're back inside the centre circle now with Hanley. But Norwich certainly haven't given this up. They'll still feel that they can get something from this game. Hanley again now driving Norwich forward. Plays it out to the far side. Well, there's a slip there from Maitland-Niles. And now Norwich getting into the penalty area. Gone down. Oh, that. I think VAR are looking at this. It was Williams there, strode into the area. Was it Smith Rowe with the challenge? I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look at the replay. It was Williams burst into the box. No, it wasn't. It was a good tackle, actually, from Pepe. Because Pepe got his foot on the ball there. It was a good tackle, actually. Well done, Pepe. He doesn't always... I think they thought that was Maitland-Niles. I'm sure it was Pepe, actually. He got his foot in there. And anyway, it is going to be a throw to Norwich. But that was a little bit dangerous moment, heart in mouth moment there, actually, because Williams burst into the penalty and went down, but it was Pepe got a touch on the ball. And nothing doing there. It is still 1-0. Where is what, 15, just over 16 minutes now to play in this game for Arsenal. I don't like to say hang on against Norwich, but we certainly have been hanging on a little bit the last 5 minutes. Norwich have had a lot more possession, but we picked the ball up again. But again, the pass is not very crisp from Arsenal, and Norwich picked the ball up again. And again, it's with Max Aarons down this near side. Norwich is right. Of course, they're right back for Norwich. He's been probably their most attacking player, actually, hasn't he? Their most dangerous attacking player. Obviously, when Pukki's got the ball in and around the penalty area, he's looked lively as well. But I don't think they've really tested Aaron Ramsdale in this game. And is he going to get his second clean sheet for Arsenal in 2 appearances? This is, of course, his first Premier League game. Well, that's a short pass there from Norwich. They've given the ball away. Smith Rowe inside the penalty area. Can we get the second goal? He plays it into Ødegaard, who tries to turn, and he's shut down by the Norwich defence. But Saka tries to win it back from Cantwell. But a mistake there from Norwich. We didn't quite make the most of that there. Ødegaard tried to turn, twist and turn in the penalty to get his shot away. And in the end, he was closed down and the defence came out with the ball. And Norwich have now won a free kick on halfway. Pukki has gone down. And I'm not sure if it's going to be a yellow card, is it? I don't know who that was that fouled Pukki. Thomas Partey on his return to the side. His first appearance, of course, of the season following that injury he got against Chelsea in pre-season. In fact, it was Gabriel who pulled Pukki back. It wasn't Thomas Partey, it was Gabriel. And it is going to be a free kick to Norwich on halfway. 15 minutes to play in this game. It is Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. Bit of a controversial goal from Aubameyang. More than a little hint of offside about it, you have to say. But it was given. It is 1-0 to Arsenal. First goal of the season. It will, of course, lift us away from the bottom of the table. Well, there's a break in play. We'll just update the other scores. Man United are 2-1 up against Newcastle. Guess who scored the 2 goals? Yes, of course, you know it is Cristiano Ronaldo. Manquo did briefly equalised for Newcastle. Man City are 1-0 up at Leicester. Bernardo Silva with that goal. And Wolves have scored their first goal as well. It's actually an own goal from Sierralta for Watford. So Wolves are winning 1-0 as well. So it would leave Norwich really to the bottom of the league as things stand. And we would be up to the heights of 16th as things stand. But of course, there's other teams to play later on as well. Anyway, Norwich are about to take this free kick. In fact, they took it now short. It is 1-0 to Arsenal, I say, with less than 15 minutes to play at the Emirates. If you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a like. There's only been a couple of likes so far, so please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm getting quite close to my next target, so a couple more subscribers today would be much appreciated, especially if we do hold on and get this victory, the first victory of the season in the Premier League, which will be nice. Far from convincing, you've got to say, if we're being totally honest, it's not been a convincing performance from Arsenal, but this game has been all about the victory, how important that's going to be. But we've still got a bit of work to do in these last 12 minutes or so that remain. If we can get a second goal, it will seal it. Saka now down this near side. Plays it back into Aubameyang, the goal scorer for Arsenal. Took a little bit too long there, was almost robbed, but Ødegaard picks it up. Thomas Partey. Ødegaard again. He had a chance in there a moment ago, tried to twist and turn in the air, and in the end the ball was taken off him. Maitland-Niles now over on the far side. Arsenal keeping possession, reluctant to try and get the ball in the box. There's only really Aubameyang in there. Maitland-Niles taking his time. He's done well actually, and then he's lost the ball. And Norwich can come out themselves, but they've lost the ball as well. Bit sloppy play there. Aubameyang plays it towards Maitland-Niles, in towards Pepe, who tried to turn, but again he's robbed in a penalty, and then Norwich come away with the ball, looking to maybe try and get an equaliser on the counter attack. Thomas Partey's tracking them back, but Norwich, can he get across into the box? No, Thomas Partey did his defensive work well. It is going to be a corner to Norwich though on that far side. It was Rashida again, who's done well since he's come on, Rashika for Norwich. Again, he's a new player for them this season that they've bought, and he's had an impact since he came on. Arsenal now got an injury inside the penalty area, not quite sure who it is. Hopefully it's not Thomas Partey. And Norwich going to make another substitution, their third substitution of the day, and it's going to be Rupp who goes off, Rupp, or whatever you want to call him, and it is Ida who's coming on, big centre forward, going to add a bit of an aerial threat. He's coming on for this corner as well, over on that far side. It's played in towards the near post. Wasn't a great corner actually, and Smith Rowe has cleared it away. And it's come to Max Aarons just over halfway. 10.5 minutes of normal time remaining. It is still Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. Cantwell now low for Norwich. They certainly haven't given this up, have they? They've played pretty well today, Norwich, actually. You've got to give them credit. A cross comes in towards the near post again. This time it was Thomas Partey with a header. Smith Rowe can now complete the clearance to Pepe, facing his own goal. Goes back to Maitland-Niles, who does well, actually. And then finds Gabriel. He's got Tierney to his left. Instead, he goes forward to Ødegaard. Now Ødegaard finds Tierney. You've got a little bit of space down his left-hand side. Strides forward. Plays it to Bukayo Saka now. Coming inside into the penalty area down his left-hand side. Saka puts across to the far post. Gone a little bit beyond Aubameyang. He can keep the ball in. Can he put it back into the box again? Again, there's no Arsenal player in the penalty area. Now there is Smith Rowe, and Saka joins him. But again, we're forced backwards to Maitland-Niles. Plays it to Kieran Tierney. Now into Ødegaard. Plays it back to Kieran Tierney. And again, we're forced back inside our own half. We didn't have enough players making a run into the box there when we had an attack, but now we've got a little bit of space down that far side. Nicolas Pepe, just outside the penalty area, cuts inside. Is he going to try a shot of his right foot? His left foot, sorry, he does, but it goes high and wide over the bar. As we move into the last 9 minutes of this game, Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. Far from convincing performance from Arsenal, it has to be said. The goal shrouded in controversy. Pepe there cutting, and he's got a few goals like that, hasn't he? Cutting in from the right onto his left foot. This one, he fired over the bar. And it's going to be another substitution for Arsenal. Cedric's coming on for Maitland-Niles. It was Maitland-Niles who'd gone down injured just briefly before. It's probably cramp, actually, because he's not played, has he, much lately. And it's going to be Cedric to come on, the third right back that we've had in this game. So the third player to play right back after Tomiyasu, Maitland-Niles, and now Cedric. We're going through all our right backs, aren't we? There's only Chambers left to play there. Who's a right back who can play right back at the club, who hasn't played there today actually so far. Anyway, Tim Crawley gives the ball away to Pepe over on that far side. Erdegaard now trying to create a little bit of space. Gets the ball through to Pepe, holds off the challenge well into Erdegaard again. Goes over to the far side to Smith Rowe. He keeps it in. Finds Pepe, gets it back. We're into the last 10 minutes, but there's an offside there against Smith Rowe. And it's going to be a free kick to Norwich via the corner flag, deep inside their own half, which is where we need the ball to be for these last 7.5, 8 minutes. Plus, there'll be some stoppage time as well, obviously. There's not been too many injuries in this game, but there's been some substitutions, of course. That both teams have made a free, haven't they? We also won the ball again. Pepe down that far side. He's got two players to find. He's found Aubameyang inside the penalty. He's going to seal it. Aubameyang shot hits Tim Krul's legs. Wasn't the greatest finish, if we're totally honest. Saka dinks the ball back over to the far side. Again, we're lacking conviction in that final third. Aubameyang could have had a couple of goals today. Should have scored that one there. He's through one-on-one inside the penalty area, but he didn't really get hold of the shot at all. It was far too close to Tim Krul, who was able to save with his legs. And Ian in the chat there says, liked and subscribed. Thanks for this today. No problem at all. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll enjoy other stuff on the channel as well. Thanks for getting involved. Let's hope Arsenal can see this game out. Thomas Partey now on that far side. Again, we're forced backwards by Norwich. Thomas Partey plays it all the way back actually to Ben White. And then it goes back to Aaron Ramsdale, who's just, 6.5 minutes away from his second Arsenal clean sheet in a row. His first in the Premier League. Erdegaard now picks the ball up, plays it out to the far side to Nicolas Pepe. Again, he's trying to cut inside, isn't he? And I think he's managed to win a corner, has he? He has. He's won Arsenal another corner. We've had quite a lot of corners in the second half without really making any of them count. We have got a new set-piece coach this season, and not sure if they've been working on corners, but we don't seem to be getting much joy from any of them, do we? Anyway, let's see what happens from this one, which is over on that far side, which Pepe's going to take with his left foot as he curl it in, an in-swinger. It is going to be Pepe on the far side. A second goal now would seal the deal for Arsenal's first win of the season. It wasn't a bad corner. It comes out to the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in from Cedric. Of course, he did score against Norwich on his Arsenal debut, didn't he, 2 seasons ago? Game that we did win 4-0. He tried to have another goal there. A shot from the edge of the box, but it flew high and wide over the crossbar. Oh, Tim Krul there nearly caught out and put under pressure there from Aubameyang, and in the end he rushed his clearance. It's got out for a throw to Arsenal as we're looking to see this game out now. 5 minutes of normal time remaining. It is a throw to Arsenal in the attacking third on this near side, which Kieran Tierney is going to take. So it's been far from convincing from Arsenal, but ultimately this game today was all about the 3 points. And hopefully it can be the start of a better run of form. We certainly haven't played that well, but we are winning. Let's hope we can finish this job off in these last few minutes that remain. But it is going to be a throw to Norwich on this near side. Thomas Partey there getting involved. A couple of tackles there he won. Good to see him back in the team, isn't it? He's going to be a big player for us this season, I'm sure. Long ball there. Good header from Ben White, who's played pretty well at the back, actually. Thomas Partey wins the ball there. No, he doesn't. It's a free kick he's conceded on Rashida, who's had a good impact for Norwich since he's come on. The way he didn't start this game. Same with Cantwell as well. They brought on some decent attacking players, Norwich, as they look to try to get something back from this game. It's going to be a free kick inside the centre circle. And he takes it in towards the penalty area. So Norwich head wins it. Second Norwich head wins it, but it's cleared away by Thomas Partey. We're now into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. Can we hold on for this important victory? Tim Krul now. Again, he's put under pressure. Again, he gives the ball away. It comes to Bukayo Saka. Plays it forward to Smith Rowe. Is this going to be the second goal? Smith Rowe inside the penalty area. Good save from Tim Krul. Norwich haven't dealt with it yet, though. Saka still inside the penalty area. Saka drills a shot in. Across the face of the goal. Was it a save again? I think it's just gone wide, that one. Saka's just limping now. Smith Rowe there looked like he was going to seal the points. Did well there inside the penalty area. Shifted it across onto his right foot. But it's a good save actually from Tim Krul. Decent save. A little bit close to him maybe from Smith Rowe. And that's the one thing that, I mean, Saka and Smith Rowe have been brilliant for the last year or so, haven't they? But they both need to up their goal scoring output. That's what we need to see him do. And Smith Rowe had a good chance there to score and maybe gave Krul the opportunity to make the save. He should have been putting that more in the corner. Anyway, there's been a yellow card for Thomas Partey, I believe. He's only been on for 10 minutes and he's got himself a yellow card. So it's a free kick to Norwich now in a fairly dangerous position. Cantwell's going to take this. He can loft it into the penalty area, which indeed he does. Arsenal don't really deal with it. It's come over to this far side, but the flag's up. Is it an offside or is it a shirt pull? It is a free kick to Arsenal anyway. And we now move into the final 2 minutes, of this game of normal time. Arsenal edging closer to a first victory of the season, a first Premier League victory of the season, sorry. An important victory it's going to be as well. Get us out of the bottom three. Hopefully the start of our rise up the table, the long rise up the table it's going to be as well, isn't it? Ramsdale's going to take this free kick deep into the Norwich half. And it's going to be a throw to Norwich, is it, on this near side off Aubameyang. So just over a minute and a half, 90 seconds or so remaining of normal time. There'll probably be 3 or 4 minutes, maybe a stoppage time in this game. And Arsenal got a throw now halfway on this near side. As we move in towards the last minute of the 90, are we going to hold on for this victory? Really, really important victory it will be, even though, as I say, not the most convincing performance from Arsenal, it has to be said. But Norwich pick up the ball from that throw and now trying to come forward himself. Instead, Thomas Partey's picked the ball up. He sees Pepe over on the far side in space. He's got an overlap there from Cedric. Cedric drills the ball into the penalty area towards Bukayo Saka. Gets a good touch. He tries to twist and turn and get a shot and it's blocked. And the ball comes through to Tim Krul. Second goal there would have sealed it. We're into the last 30 seconds now of normal time. A long kick from Krul, but Ben White was underneath it. But still, Norwich picked the loose ball up, coming forward in midfield themselves. Played out to the far side. It was a foul, but the referee says play on. Ball played into the box to Pukki. His shot was deflected there. Gabriel came across. The last minute of the game, Pukki there. His clearest chance at goal really in this game. It was a ball played into the box. Cantwell couldn't get there. Pukki could, but Gabriel comes sliding across, got an important block in. It is going to be a corner to Norwich, though, as we move into stoppage time. Nervy moments these for Arsenal. I don't know how much. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time. We've just moved into that now. It's a corner to Norwich, which Rashika's going to take into the near post. Again, it's an Arsenal head. I think it was Cedric that time. Smith Rowe there wins the ball in the air. And now Arsenal can maybe launch a counter-attack with Smith Rowe. He's got Aubameyang and Pepe alongside him. Pepe now just on the edge of the penalty area. Pepe with his left foot. Good save from Tim Krul, is it? No, it must have gone straight over the crossbar from Nicolas Pepe. There's chances at both ends now as we move into stoppage time at the Emirates. There was a counter-attack from that Norwich corner. Smith Rowe brought the ball forward. He found Pepe and he lashed the shot. Just clipped the top of the net as it went over. Arsenal coming forward again now with Aubameyang. Referee waves play on it with probably a foul. Aubameyang shot's deflected. It comes back to Aubameyang. Arsenal just going to try and keep possession down in this corner. Comes back to Smith Rowe. Plays it inside to Saka. He tries to turn away, but Norwich now have got possession of the ball. Looking to come forward. Pukki's gone down on halfway, claiming a foul. I think he might have got one, has he? Referee says, I don't think he has. Pukki's complaining that he was pulled back. But I think the play's going to go on. We're now a minute and a half into stoppage time of the 4. I mean, it would have been a bit soft Ben White there on Pookie. But I think it has been given as a free kick, has it? It has been given as a free kick, which Tim Krul is going to take just about 10 yards inside the Norwich half. Goes long towards the edge of the penalty area. The Norwich head wins it. It's inside the penalty area. Pookie brings it down. Pookie with a chance. It's hit Ben White. I think Ben White threw himself at that. Desperate defending from Arsenal. We're hanging on a little bit here. It has to be said. That's 2 opportunities for Pookie in the last couple of minutes of this game. And still Arsenal haven't completely got it clear. Norwich in possession again, this time in the centre circle. Played out to this near side to Cantwell. Plays the ball inside. This is another chance for Norwich. Max Aaron's inside the penalty area. He can't get round the outside. His ball's come through to Aaron Ramsdale. 90 seconds left of stoppage time. Nervy moments these for Arsenal. Shouldn't be happening against Norwich at home. But we are where we are. Very tense finish to this game. Couple of chances for Norwich there. Pookie with the first one, and then Max Aaron's there ran into the penalty area. Just maybe ran out of space, but Norwich again have picked up the ball. Arsenal can't really keep possession very long at the moment. Cedric now plays it out to the far side to Smith Rowe. Arsenal need to just see this out. Smith Rowe is fouled. It is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. We're moving to the final minute of stoppage time. Can Arsenal hold on for the 3 points? First 3 points of the season. Ease a little bit of pressure, won't it? Although the performance has maybe left more questions than it's given answers, if we're totally honest. But Pookie here does really well. What a great first touch that was. And in fact, it was Cedric, I think, who threw himself at that shot. Desperate defending there from Arsenal in stoppage time. And Arsenal now won a free kick down by the corner flag. Can we see this out now? 15 seconds of stoppage time remaining. It's just how much longer the referee is going to add on. Surely we've done enough now. Can't see Norwich being able to get the ball up the other end of the pitch. If we're clever here, we played a free kick short. Just want to keep possession in that corner. Now Saka inside the penalty area. Maybe we're going to get a chance for a second goal. Saka's shot's blocked. Now Norwich can get it away. Surely that's it. And it is it. The full time whistle's gone. It's more of a relief than anything. We've got the job done just. It has finished Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. That goal from Aubameyang. Big hint of offside about it as well. Midway through the second half it was. Pepe had hit the post twice in the build-up to it before Aubameyang turned the ball home from close range. He did look as though he may well have been offside. But anyway, the goal was given despite VAR. And we've got the victory. So important it was that we needed it as well. We're up and running. We've got our first goal. We've got our first win. Some good moments and some not so good moments, really. Very nervy at the end. We defended pretty well when we had to. And so we've managed to come out on top. The positives were, I say, the defensive performance was better. White played well. Gabriel played well. Tomiyasu looked good on his first game, didn't he? Lokonga had a decent game in midfield till he later went off. Still lacking a little bit of sharpness in attack, aren't we? And the goal was a little bit fortunate. There's no doubt about that. But we've got the victory. Another clean sheet for Ramsdale as well. 2 out of 2 for him, which is great to see, and really good. A good victory, if not a really good performance. But we've done it. We've done the job. We're off the bottom of the table. In fact, at the moment we are 16th, I believe. All the games haven't finished yet. Man United are 4-1 up against Newcastle. 2 goals for Ronaldo, 1 for Bruno Fernandes, and Lingard's just got 1 in stoppage time. And it has finished 4-1 actually in that game. Brighton are winning 1-0 at Brentford. They've just scored through Trossard as well. Another good victory that could be for Brighton. The first defeat for Brentford as well. Man City is still winning 1-0. In fact, it's finished 1-0 to Man City at Leicester. Bernardo Silva's goal there. And Wolves have won 2-0 at Watford. The own goal, and then it was Hwang Hee-shan with the second goal, 83 minutes. So Wolves have got their first victory as well and their first goals of the season. So everybody has now scored in the Premier League. Southampton West Ham is 0-0. Antonio's received a red card, which is nice because he was in my fantasy team this week. He wasn't going to get me a goal, but he's got me a red card, which is going to cost me points. So cheers for that, Antonio. Anyway, It looks like it might be finishing 0-0 there. He's only just received his second yellow card in stoppage time, actually. So we'll just briefly run through the results as we have them then. Crystal Palace beat Tottenham 3-0 earlier, of course. We've just beaten Norwich 1-0, goal from Aubameyang. Brighton are winning 1-0 at Brentford. Still not quite finished yet. That late goal from Trossard there. Man City have won 1-0 at Leicester with Bernardo Silva's goal. Man United have beaten Newcastle 4-1. Big story, of course, 2 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo on his return. Bruno Fernandes and Lingard as well, with Manquo scoring for Newcastle. It's finished Southampton 0, West Ham 0, and Watford have been beaten 2-0 at home by Wolves. So that is all your results as they stand, and Arsenal up to 16th in the table now. It's Norwich at the bottom with the only team with no points, and Man United at the top, having beaten Newcastle 4-1, as I'm sure many people expected. It's still not full time actually at the Brighton game, or is it? Maybe it's not been updated. But anyway, they're the results from elsewhere. But of course, we are focused here on the victory that Arsenal have just gained against Norwich. Shane says a win is a win. I'll take that, but lots of work needed. Exactly, that's a good way of summing it up. A lot of work is needed. It wasn't a great performance from Arsenal at all. In fact, at times it was really, really poor, wasn't it? Certainly going forward. We defended quite well, but there were a few nervy moments there towards the end. A couple of chances for Pukki, but decent defending from Arsenal. And Rajendra is in the chat there. He says 1-0, yeah, a tough win. Yeah, it was a very tough win, but sometimes the tough wins are the wins that matter, aren't they? And maybe this is what we need to really turn our season around, but it wasn't. It was a far from convincing performance, let's be totally honest. There were some good moments, there was some not so good moments, but we got the job done. We've got our first victory of the season, which is nice, and let's hope that it can be the start of a run. You know, we've got some big games coming up, some tough games. Burnley, of course, away next week. Never easy, is it, to play them? We do need to play better. Rajendra says there Pepe was off target. Yeah, he didn't have a great game, Pepe, did he? The 2 shots hit the post in the lead up to the goal did look offside, went in our favour. Not often that we do. These things do go in our favour, but that's 2 maybe offside goals in a row that we've got given the good women last week. And Rajendra says that we started well. Yeah, we did start well, but then we lost our way, didn't we, a little bit? Norwich got back into the game, but in the end, we just managed to get over the line. A scrappy victory in many ways, but a victory nonetheless. First goal, first points of the season. We can put that to bed now, put that away, and move on to next week against Burnley, which is going to be tough. We know that, but it's an opportunity to maybe get another victory and go into that Tottenham game on a little bit of a run. But we do need to play better, as Shane said. Lots of work still to do. Rajendra says then we don't have a ball out from defence. No, we our quality today going forward wasn't great, was it? Overall, the final balls wasn't great. We're not committing enough players into the box still. Very reserved in the way that we play, as though we just don't want to get beaten. And you can maybe understand it a little bit today. It was an important game. We didn't want us to take too many risks, and in the end, we have managed to get the job done. But Norwich played well. You know, fair play to them. They had a go, even when they went behind. They were still trying to get back into the game. They had a couple of opportunities, I say with Pukki mainly towards the end. On another day, they may have got a draw. Rajendra says there that was not offside as the ball bounced from the post to Pepe. Yeah, but he was offside just before that, wasn't he? When Pepe had his shot, the second shot, Aubameyang was standing in an offside position, and then the ball ends up coming to him. I guess it's second phase of play, maybe, isn't it? But I think I'd be a bit annoyed if that was given against us, to be honest, because he was offside, standing in the 6-yard box, and then second later he's tapping it in. So yeah, maybe technically by the rules of the game, maybe he wasn't offside, but we maybe got a little bit fortunate there. But it's good, and Rajendra says that does not count now. No, I mean, yeah, I say it's maybe the rules of the game, but you'd still be a bit annoyed, wouldn't you, if it was given against you? You can understand Norwich's frustration at the goal, but we'll take it, and we move on to next week. Rajendra says it has been given against us. Well, it probably has in the past. I'm assuming it has, because we generally come on the back of some terrible decisions, haven't we? But luckily today we got one, and we won the game. And I think we need to be happy about that, don't we? So it has finished at the Emirates today. Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. It was Aubameyang with a goal midway through the second half. Pepe hit the post twice in the build-up to that goal, and Aubameyang tapped it in with a hint of offside. But as Rajendra said, there probably wasn't in terms of the laws of the game. And we got the goal. We hung on a bit at the end. Pookie had 1 or 2 opportunities, some brave defending from Ben White at times. Gabriel as well made a good challenge. Cedric as well when he came on. A good debut for Tomiyasu in at right back. Unlucky not to score in the first half with a volley. Looked pretty solid defensively as well. Ramsdale had a good Premier League debut as well in goal. Didn't have a lot to do, but he looked solid in everything that he did do, and comfortable with the ball at his feet as well. Lokonga looked good in midfield. Good to see Maitland Niles back, even though he maybe gave the ball away a few times and maybe not at his sharpest, but he hasn't played for a while, so you've got to forgive him that. Pepe, bit hit and miss, was involved in the goal, but wasn't at his best. Saka also, I didn't feel was at his best either. He had some good moments and worked hard for the team, but maybe not quite his day. Tierney did okay. You have to say most of Norwich's good attacks came down his side of the pitch. Saka had to help him out a few times. Again, not his greatest game. He's not in the greatest of form, is he, at the moment? Ødegaard was hit and miss in this game as well. And Aubameyang did get his goal, missed 1 or 2 other opportunities, maybe not quite at his sharpest either, but he's got his goal, first in the Premier League this season, his 4th of the season in all competitions. So we got the job done, and I think that's the best that we could have hoped for from it. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments in the chat, Rajendra, of course, Shane. We had Ian as well earlier. Thanks for tuning in. Russ, Mark C, of course, Mason as well earlier on. Steve as well. Chris earlier on as well. So thanks to all you guys for watching. Before you go, please give it a like as well. It's not as many likes today, so please do that. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Coming up on the channel, Shane says, "Are you going on the lounge later?" Yeah, I might pop on there. Yeah, I think I might do. Pop on there for a bit later on. I'll have a rest for half an hour. And Rajendra says, "Yeah, Ramsdale is good. I was looking for a ball out and all the players in defence. So to get them on the break is more challenging." Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, that's probably what happened quite a lot in this game. But I think we're working on that. It's Ramsdale's first game in the Premier League, a new back 4 in front of him. It's going to take time, isn't it? So we'll see how that works out. But we've got the win. I think that's the main thing, isn't it? As I say, come up on the channel. I'll be looking back on this game on Monday. I'll have a video out, a review video on the good and the bad of this game, which will go out on Monday. Unfortunately, I can't cover the Arsenal women tomorrow because I am doing the Great North Run and I won't be back in time. But I will again do a review of that game as well, maybe tomorrow evening or on Monday as well with the Norwich one. So stay tuned for that. The Tuesday Clinic, the new name, the Tuesday Clinic will be coming up on Tuesday with the usual guests. We're looking back on this game, looking ahead to Burnley, a few other bits and pieces as well, Arsenal news and everything else. That'll be Tuesday evening as well. And then, of course, later on in the week, we'll do the Arsenal Women's Show again as well, looking back on the performance against Reading, the international break, and everything else as well. Rajendra says they're all the best for the Great North Run. Yeah, thank you very much. I haven't trained as well as I would like to have done this time. I have done it in the past. I've trained a lot better. So I'm not expecting a personal best or anything. The aim tomorrow is just to get round in one piece because I'm not feeling as fit as I should be. Really, I'm just going to try my best and get round. So, yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. So I'm not going to make it back for the women's game, unfortunately, but I will catch up with the highlights and do a video about that as well. So thanks to all you guys for watching. Shame it wasn't maybe a better game for us, but we got a victory, I suppose. And ultimately, at this point in the season, with how things have gone, that's all that matters. So it has finished here at the Emirates today. Arsenal 1, Norwich 0. Aubameyang with a goal midway through the second half. Not a great performance. Again, says that's great. Yeah, hopefully I'll do okay tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know how I get on. So thanks all you guys for watching as always, and thanks for your support of the channel. So please like before you leave and subscribe if you haven't done so. I will see you probably at some point either tomorrow with the Arsenal women's catch-up video, or on Monday with a Norwich review, and live on Tuesday as well. So that's that for now. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see all you guys very, very soon. In the meantime, of course, we finally got a win. We finally got a goal. Is this going to kickstart our season? Are we going to go on a run, climb that league, get ourselves back where we need to be for a club of our size? We finally got the window, got the victory, and we move on to Burnley next week. In the meantime, come on, you Gunners. Come on. Well done, boys. We did it. Not the best performance, but the results. It's a results business. We got the result. That's all that matters. Speak to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget likes, share, and subscribe. And I'll speak to you soon. This is over and over and over again, the Arsenal podcast.
What?